Hello there, good morning. Thank you so much for choosing us. This is Channel One Television and you're watching Breakfast Daily with me, Nanatufo Puate. On the show today, we're going to have some interesting conversations. We're going to bring you varying perspectives on some of the matters or issues that matter to you and I. We'll look at our communities and some of the challenges we're experiencing, and then we'll find solutions to these challenges. We'll bring duty bearers and then we'll hold them to account, ask them the relevant questions and demand timelines from them regarding some of these issues. We could be in a community near you or in your community, so stay engaged with us, interact with us, and you can do so via our WhatsApp number on your screens. You can also send us a message on our socials. You can stream our socials. You can watch us live on YouTube, watch us live on Facebook. You can drop a comment on our X post, our Instagram post, and you can of course enjoy some exclusive video content from Channel One TV on TikTok. But please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. All right, and always remember that you can comment on the various issues that we post on our socials. Once again, you're welcome. From 9 to 11, Philip and Chris Carter will take over from me after I am done with the news review segment where I interact with my guest in studio. We have some big shots coming in studio today, so you might just want to stay with us throughout the entire show. All right, now let's remind you that whenever you eat Ghana, you are building Ghana. Whenever you consume made in Ghana rice, you're contributing to the strengthening of the cedi, you're contributing to the local economy, and you're contributing to improving and sustaining the livelihood of a Ghanaian farmer. So we'd like to urge you on to eat Ghana and build Ghana. Eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future, fresh from our farms to your plate. Eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future, fresh from our farms to your plate. So please always remember, when you step out to the market, make Ghana your number one priority. Let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. So you need to taste the effort, taste Ghana. And what a feeling it is to be able to taste the country that birthed you, the motherland, Ghana, the soil that grows the rice. It's an absolutely amazing feeling, and we want you to share in that. So let's all contribute to eating what we grow. All right, eat Ghana, build Ghana. Let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. All right, now the Eat Ghana, Build Ghana initiative or campaign is brought to you by 97.3 City FM and Channel One Television in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, the MasterCard Foundation, and the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Export Development. So I want to say thank you to Agri Impact Limited. Thank you to the MasterCard Foundation, and thank you to the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Export Development. Thank you to these organizations for helping us push the initiative, push the campaign. We want it to be a household thing, all right? So that we don't even have to remind you anymore. But whenever you pick up that basket to want to go to the market, whenever you want to grab something to eat, fix a quick meal, or even whenever you want to throw a party or any other event, your number one priority should be Ghana. And so please do your best to eat Ghana, and together we can build Ghana. Eat Ghana, build Ghana. Thank you to Agri Impact Limited. Thank you to the MasterCard Foundation. Thank you to the 24-Hour Economy and Accelerated Export Development. Now, let's tell you what's going to be happening in the month of March. But even before we step into the month of March, we're going to launch it on the 25th of February, 2026. I'm talking about the Heritage Month. Every year, we, Channel One TV and City 97.3 FM, dedicate the month of March as our Heritage Month. And so throughout the month, from the 1st to the 31st, we roll out a number of initiatives, a number of programs, including on-air series as well as outdoor events. Okay, so we'll start off from the 1st to the 8th of March with a Heritage Caravan. Now, the Heritage Caravan will be traveling 14 out of 16 regions across the country. This is an experience that we're sharing, all right? This experience will cover our culture, our traditions, the way we live, the way we eat, our music, our dance. And then, of course, we'll get to enjoy some history even as we travel and appreciate some scenic views across the countries. So from the coastline of the south to the greenery of the Middle Belt, all the way to the windy Sahara of the north, we'll bring you a curated experience for you to much better appreciate this beautiful country called Ghana. Now, this is made possible, of course, kind courtesy our wonderful sponsors who have dedicated and committed to partnering 97.3 City FM as well as Channel One Television to bring you the Heritage Caravan. So the Heritage Month itself will be launched on the 25th of February. That's coming Wednesday, right here at Channel One Gardens from 5:30 p.m. It's an invitation-only event. An invitation-only event, all right? But of course, we'll be on television, and so you get to enjoy the wonderful display of culture, the rich tradition that will be exhibited, and you appreciate the month better. So we're starting off from the 1st to the 8th with the Heritage Caravan, and then we'll continue subsequently with other activities. But right from the 1st of March, you're going to be enjoying the on-air series. We get to talk about history, some significant names, some iconic places, some wonderful locations. We'll bring you varying perspectives to it. We get to interpret our music, go into the thinking, the stories, the history behind our music, and then we'll get to experience it and learn about it together during the Heritage Month. So a number of activities on air as well as outdoor events. So be part of it. This is made possible, kind courtesy our sponsors. And so this morning we'd like to appreciate our sponsors. We want to say thank you and thank you and thank you to Hollard Insurance. Hollard Insurance has been with us 6 years and counting. And we trust that this union will continue to grow into bigger and fruitful endeavors. So thank you to Hollard Insurance. Thank you to Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Omni Basic Bank has partnered the Heritage Caravan for 3 years and running, and we want to appreciate Omni Basic Bank so much. GOIL, of course, you need that good energy for the roads, good energy for that road trip, good energy for the travel. And we say thank you to GOIL for continuing to sponsor the Heritage Caravan. Thank you so much to GOIL Good Energy. Minimi Achumo, yesterday they were here on the show, and you heard from them. They'll be bringing us some okay, so yesterday was Admi Granite Paste, I beg your pardon. So today we're telling you about Minimi Achumo. So Minimi Achumo is here, Admi Granite Paste is also here, and they're partnering the Heritage Caravan. So while we are chewing on the Achumo, then we are spreading the Admi Granite Paste in our bread. You see, proper combination there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So thank you to Minimi Achumo, and thank you to Admi Granite Paste. Admi Granite Paste. We appreciate you so much. Now, of course, Gino is here. Gino is brought to us by GB Foods, and we want to say thank you to GB Foods for sponsoring the caravan with Gino. And of course, Gino, we all know what Gino is and what it's used for. So thank you to Gino. Thank you also to Didi Shito. Didi Shito, also a product of GB Foods. Didi Shito, also a product of GB Foods. I want to say thank you to GB Foods for Gino and for Didi Shito. Now, big thanks going out to Piva Beverages. Piva Beverages. And Piva has been absolutely amazing over the years, refreshing the caravan, hydrating the caravan with their drinks and their water. And it's been a wonderful journey with Piva Beverages so far. And we want to say thank you to Piva Beverages. Gratitude goes to Nanes Rice. Nanes Rice. So yeah, that's rice fit for a king. Nanes Rice, thank you so much for also coming aboard to sponsor the Heritage Caravan. This will be the first year Nanes Rice is joining the caravan, and we want to say thank you and thank you and thank you to Nanes Rice. All right, this year we have an official timekeeper. We're trying to make it, extraordinarily special for all our patrons and for the rest of Ghanaians who will be joining us via our screens, via radio, via online, even as we travel the length and breadth of this country. And so we have an official timekeeper for this year, and the official timekeeper is Caveman Watches. Caveman Watches, fantastic people, and we're excited about this partnership, and we look into the future with high hopes for greater partnerships going forward. So many thanks to Caveman Watches, official timekeeper for the Heritage Caravan 2026. This is the 10th edition, the 10th anniversary of the caravan, and it promises to be absolutely fantastic. Sorry that you couldn't make it, but hopefully you're able to join us next year. But of course, we won't leave you just like that. We'll bring you along the journey, and so you're going to be enjoying us on television, on radio, and on social media, as well as online, because we're going to curate the stories in a way that you're able to live the journey with us as we embark on it physically. So the Heritage Caravan 2026 will take off from the 1st to the 8th of March 2026. It is the 10th edition, and we are extremely excited about the experience we're going to have. All right, but before that, we'll be launching the Heritage Month right here at Channel One TV Gardens on the 25th of February, 5:30 p.m. sharp. It is an invitation-only event, so it's strictly by invitation. All right, thank you so much. Now go online, go to the Google Play Store, where you can download the Channel One News Online app. The Google Play Store is where you can download the Channel One News Online app, install on your device, and enjoy some factual, accurate, timely, relevant news from Channel One Television. All right, so the Channel One News Online app is hosted on the Google Play Store. Go there, download, install, and see how easy it is to navigate the interface. Quite user-friendly, easy to access. You shouldn't have any challenges at all accessing the news on the go and as regularly as you want it. So go and download the Channel One News Online app from the Google Play Store. Now that said, let's bring you some newspaper headlines for today, Thursday, February 19, 2026. We'll start off with the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Front page has a smiling Kisi Ejabeng, that's the special prosecutor. And, well, I'm not too sure how to describe the look on Jean Mensah's face. That's the EC chair. But the story is that removal of EC chair, SP, and others, no prima facie case established. CJ urges president to dismiss petitions. Removal of EC chair, SP, and others, no prima facie case established. CJ urges president to dismiss petitions. Now, when you go to the left-hand corner of the paper, SSNIT expands welfare services beyond pension payments. SSNIT expands welfare services beyond pension payments. Women must be bold, build networks, and mentor others. That's according to Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyeman. Women must be bold, build networks, and mentor others. That's according to the Vice President. Woman arrested for allegedly stealing newborn from Mamprobi Hospital. Woman arrested for allegedly stealing newborn from Mamprobi Hospital. So that's the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Let's check out the back page real quick. Back page says, government rally support to fast track off-grid electrification. Government rally support to fast track off-grid electrification. And then you have Deputy Agric Minister commissions Mechanization Center in Eastern Region. Deputy Agric Minister, that's John Dumelo, commissions Mechanization Center in Eastern Region. So that's the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Let's go to the Chronicle. Chronicle says, EC bosses, SP, survive the storm. CJ could not establish any prima facie case against them. EC bosses and SP, that's the special prosecutor, survived the storm. CJ could not establish any prima facie case against them. Ghana sets sights on ending raw ore exports. Ghana sets sights on ending raw ore exports. So that's the front page of the Chronicle, but let's end it with the scripture for today. It's from the book of Isaiah, the chapter number 54 and the verse numbered 17. And I read, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. Well, clearly we know who this scripture is for. EC bosses have been cleared, so yeah. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. Isaiah 54:17. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. So that's the Chronicle newspaper. Daily Guide is here. So what's the Daily Guide saying? CJ, that's the Chief Justice, rejects petitions for EC bosses and SP removal. CJ rejects petitions for EC bosses and SP removal. Mamprobi Polyclinic baby thief arrested. Mamprobi Polyclinic baby thief arrested. NPP sets guidelines for internal elections. NPP, New Patriotic Party, sets guidelines for internal elections. Government to register churches. Burkina Faso terrorist attack. Survivors airlifted home, 8 victims buried. Burkina Faso terrorist attack. Survivors airlifted home, 8 victims buried. So that's the Daily Guide newspaper. I'll take you to the New Republic. The New Republic says, Ofosu Ejare unveils Mahama's Industrial Master Plan. Ofosu Ejare unveils Mahama's Industrial Master Plan. IMF projects $113 billion milestone as NDC government breaks economic barriers. IMF projects 113 billion, I beg your pardon. IMF projects $113 billion milestone as NDC government breaks economic barriers. NDC kicks out Ayawasu East rebel. Oh, Lord. Mahama's reset message sparks debate in Zambia. NPP flees Cocoa Board ghost. Edu's son leads counter coup to whitewash $3.8 billion legacy of loss. 24-hour farm plan hits chieftaincy wall. 24-hour farm plan hits chieftaincy wall. All right, so that's the New Republic. New Republic. Let's go to the Daybreak. Free land for Mahama project urges MEDA. Free land for Mahama project urges MEDA. Serene Insurance CEO backs local capacity to underwrite cargo risk. Russia-Ukraine war, 55 Ghanaians killed. Report reviews. Government to cover bills of survivors in deadly Burkina Faso attack. Government to cover bills of survivors in deadly Burkina Faso attack. So, yeah, that's the Daybreak newspaper. Daybreak newspaper. Let's go to the Insight. The Insight says, or has Alban Bagbin, and he says Ghana needs a third political force. Alban Bagbin, that's the Speaker of Parliament, says Ghana needs a third political force. Mahama consoles survivors of Burkina Faso terror attack at 37 military hospital. Mahama consoles survivors of Burkina Faso terror attack at 37 military hospital. J.J. Rawlings Foundation mourns Sergeant Peter Tassiri. J.J. Rawlings Foundation mourns Sergeant Peter Tassiri. Don't yield to prejudice and stereotypes. Vice President to women. Don't yield to prejudice and stereotypes. Vice President to women. Work progresses on new cardiothoracic center at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. Work progresses on new cardiothoracic center at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. Iran condemns United States blockade of Cuba. And tensions escalate between Niger and its former colonizer, France. So that's the Insight newspaper. B&FT, Business and Financial Times. That's where we're going next. Business and Financial Times, B&FT. DDEP coupon payments hit 56 billion cedis after Sith settlement. Lower interest rates to test bank profitability. Producer inflation slows to 1.6%, but monthly prices inch upward 3.3%. And then you have the president here saying we must move beyond raw minerals. We must move beyond raw minerals. So That's the B&FT, Business and Financial Times, B&FT. Now let's go online and bring you some stories from our web portals. Channel1newsonline.com is where I'm starting from. Ras Mubarak says, tourism key to Africa's economic diversification. Tourism key to Africa's economic diversification. Again, he says, Fugu Kente exhibition set for Zambia next month. Wow. Fugu and Kente exhibition set for Zambia next month. That's according to Ras Mubarak. NPP says 2026 reorganization follows party constitution. 2026 reorganization follows party constitution. FDA closes 16 food outlets for operating without hygiene permits. FDA closes 16 food outlets for operating without hygiene permits. EC boss, deputies not cleared despite petition ruling. That's according to Election Watch Ghana. EC boss and deputies not cleared despite election petition ruling. Sovereignty and integration can't wait. Sam Jonah warns Africa. Sovereignty and integration can't wait. Sam Jonah warns Africa. Russian case, legal process must be followed. That's according to Patrick Yabuama, Member of Parliament to Kaikwe Central. Nitiwu demands full briefing on Burkina Faso attack. That's the former Minister for Defense. Health Minister orders enhanced hospital security following Mamprobi baby theft. So these stories and more on channel1newsonline.com. Let me take you to citynewsroom.com. Citynewsroom.com. Tomato traders warn of price surge as Burkina Faso attacks disrupt supply. Tomato traders warn of price surge as Burkina Faso attacks disrupt supply. Gamanche King Takiteko Chu II stable after accident in Uti region. The Gamanche King Takiteko Chu II stable after accident in Uti region. Sam Jonah outlines a 5-point plan for Africa's economic sovereignty. Sam Jonah outlines 5-point plan for Africa's economic sovereignty. Ras Mubarak says intra-continental trade and tourism key to Africa's unity. Intra-continental trade and tourism key to Africa's unity. FDA shuts down 16 eateries in Accra over lack of hygiene permits. Then you have Ivory Coast eyes cocoa price slash after Ghana's 28.6% cut. Ghana's glorification of Traore triggered tomato traders attack. That's according to Dominic Nitiwu. And Dominic Nitiwu is immediate past Minister for Defense. And he says Ghana's glorification of Traore triggered tomato traders attack. Well, that's what he says. If you want the details, go to citynewsroom.com. You can get it there, or you can visit channel1newsonline.com for some other stories and, of course, some more details. But this morning, it's the birthday of a very big man, a big man indeed, Duncan Amoah of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers. Duncan, big Duncan. Happy birthday to you, Duncan Amoah. I want to appreciate you for all you do for Mother Ghana, and we pray that the good Lord will indeed replenish your stock. May your cup be full, may it run over, and may the lines fall for you in pleasant places. Duncan Amoah, keep doing what you do, keep shining the light bright, and we pray for blessings upon your life. Happy birthday to you, Duncan Amoah of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We return with the news review segment.
Go Ghana! This much, we don't just remember where we're from, we celebrate who we are. Our stories, our culture, our rhythm, our pride. And it all begins with an evening designed to set the tone for an unforgettable Heritage Month. Join us as we officially launch the Heritage Month 2026 in grand style, color, and culture. Date is Wednesday, 25th February 2026. The venue is the Channel One TV Gardens. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. It will be an evening of culture, conversation, music, fashion, and storytelling as we unveil the exciting lineup of events and programs specially curated for you this March. From powerful cultural experiences to engaging community moments to celebrations that connect generations. The Heritage Month 2026 promises something for everyone. This is more than a lunch. It's a gathering of cultural lovers, a meeting of tradition and modern expression, a night that sets the heartbeat for the month ahead. The Heritage Month Launch 2026. We will see you there. This event is strictly by invitation.
Energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel One TV with support from 97.3 City FM. Sweetroots Secondary School invites all alumni and stakeholders to the 67th anniversary and homecoming celebrations. It's happening from Friday the 20th of March to Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. On Friday, How I Got There, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Year groups check-in and roll call. Gary Soakings competition. Cadet course ceremony from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All students convoy. Drive to Swesco, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Candlelight procession from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome cocktail with alumni and staff of the school. Meet and greet with Kompa Band performing live at the forecourt of the school complex from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, speech and prize giving day from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. All year groups lunch from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Alumni dance party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, anniversary Thanksgiving service at 8 a.m. A great opportunity to reconnect with your old mates. Contact your year group president now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
On this happy trip back.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go!
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial *759#. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Hello and thank you so much for choosing us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. We're going into the news review segment. Our guests are seated. We'll raise some topical issues. They'll bring varying perspectives to it. But we invite you to join us with your thoughts, your comments and contributions. You can do so via our WhatsApp number, or you can join us on Facebook or on YouTube, where we're streaming live, Channel One TV. We're very engaging and interactive on X, that's formerly Twitter. and as well as Instagram, IG. But we have some exclusive video content for you to enjoy on TikTok. This morning, let me say good morning to the Honorable Nilante van der Poy. He's the National Coordinator for the District Road Improvement Program. Honorable, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
It's good to see you. The Honorable Fuseni Issa is here, a former Member of Parliament for Okaikwe North. Alhaj, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And good morning to you. Good morning to Senior.
We started the fast yesterday. How's it going?
Yes, Alhamdulillah, it's going well. I pray that God bestows His mercies upon us and grant us the blessings of this holy month as we embark on it.
Very well, very well, very well. Right, let's get into our business for today. The Chief Justice, Paul Bafo Boni, yesterday determined that there is no prima facie case to warrant further investigations for the removal of the EC boss, Jean Mensah, and her 2 deputies, as well as the special prosecutor, Kisi Ejabeng. Now, we know that petitions were sent to the president, same forwarded to the CJ. CJ has determined or concluded that there is no basis for removal. Let me start with Honorable Nilante van der Poy on this particular matter. This decision or determination by the CJ, should it put to end the matter for the removal of the EC boss, or is there an avenue for the petitioners to seek redress?
Well, thank you very much, Nana. Let me say good morning to our viewers once again. And I was expecting that on the first day of Ramadan, you will not only ask Honorable Fuseni how he's doing, but you let him also lead us in a little adua. Because it is said that in the period of Ramadan, the prayer and supplications of all the adherents of Islam touch the heart of Almighty Allah. And as such, this is the time when they, even when they are not a sheikh or imam, their prayers are much potent.
On that note, Rabbana atayna fi dunya hasana wa qina akhiratal hasana wa qina azabannar. Amen.
Amen.
I was praying that God bestows upon us the best of this world and the best of the hereafter. It's a summary dua that encapsulates everything that we exist for. So we hope God grants us that. Right.
Amen.
Mungode.
Oh, Senior.
Mungode. And you know, I am especially in a Ramadan costume. You know, so I'm really part of my people. Under normal circumstance, I wouldn't see this as anything very serious to labor on. But it's also to address one fundamental issue, that this president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is a serious adherent of our constitution. He has always maintained that he is a true Democrat, and as such he will go by what the constitution demands of him, and the oath he has sworn to the people of Ghana to defend the constitution. And as such, just as he did before in the case of the Chief Justice, he referred the petitions to the appropriate authority.
Yes.
In the case of the Chief Justice, it goes to the Council of State, and the Council of State, if they should determine a prima facie case, set up a committee. In this case, with the EC boss and the special prosecutor, it goes to the Chief Justice. And the Chief Justice, having looked at the merits of that petition, has recommended to His Excellency the President that the reasons assigned for the removal cannot establish any prima facie case for the removal of the said people. And I think the President has done well to communicate same, just as he did. He has communicated same, exactly what the Chief Justice said to the people of Ghana. And I think we must put to bed this issue. Unless somebody knows what we don't know and we want to petition again, I think we must allow the people involved to do their work and do it in the interest of Mother Ghana. Those who petitioned may have reasons why they petitioned. It's a legal process. It's a judicial process. It's also a constitutional process. If they are still not convinced about the determination of the Chief Justice, I think they can go back, review their stand, and no one will stop them from petitioning again. But as far as I'm concerned, I think that such litigations do not really help us. Our institutions may have systemic problems. It is incumbent upon us to see how we address those systemic problems so that the individuals who head those institutions will not have their capricious, decisions bestowed on the work of the institutions. I've said it before, when Obama told us that we don't need strong men, but we need strong institutions, he was referring to something.
Yeah.
That African democracies and African governments by nature have dependent on the strength and the image of the individuals who head the government and the institutions.
Right.
And we make them seem like gods. We make them seem like all powerful. But he thinks that, like other jurisdictions, if we build strong institutions and regulations and systems are working, it doesn't really matter who is put there. Because that one person cannot push his or her personal agenda beyond the national interest, beyond the state interest. So we need to look at our institutions, build our institutions such that they will be able, the institutions and the structures themselves, the systems themselves, will be able to defend itself against ambitious or capricious intentions of the individuals who are put at the helm of those institutions.
Right, right. I like the way you put it and where you took it from, because I was going to ask Honorable Issa whether this determination of no prima facie case against the EC and the boss and the deputies necessarily exonerates them of some of the things that were in the petition, i.e. the flaws of the EC and all that, sometimes even the allegations of bias on the part of the EC.
Thank you, Nana, and a good morning to you again, a good morning to Senior, and a good morning to your viewers. As to whether the determination exonerates them, I don't know the content of the petition, and I'm not too sure if it's been published. The processes in Article 146 allows it to be published. So I don't know the content, so I cannot talk about exoneration. It is heartwarming, though, to realize that the president and his government are beginning to see reason to a lot of the things that we spoke against, particularly in the processes that got the former Chief Justice sacked by the president. I have said many times on this particular platform that to date it beats my imagination and I can't comprehend how that happened. The alerts with that particular process were able to glean, whether legally or illegally, the contents of the petition. And because processes also went on, there were opportunities for us to have known how or what led to or what the contents of those petitions were. In the case of a Chief Justice of the Republic, where we sack our Chief Justice because of some reimbursement of expenses and realignment of human capital within the judiciary, it is something that we are going to leave to I nearly said regrets, but I won't say regrets, but we are going to bear the consequences of that action, and it's going to live with us for a long time. Those processes, maybe we have learned from them, because we have seen current ratings of our governance institutions internationally, and that particular act has featured prominently in where or how the international community views Ghana we realized that while that process was going, even the Commonwealth Lawyers Association reacted. They sent out some press reviews that we all read, and so it has far-reaching consequences on how Ghana is viewed internationally. Thankfully, there were, from what we gleaned, 7 petitions against the EC chair and her deputies. And then there were also 3 against the OSP. Whilst that of the OSP, the reference point was going to be the act that actually set up the office in 2017. That of the EC was going to be that of the Constitution and the constitutional provisions. And so it is heartwarming to get to this point as a Ghanaian. But I think that beyond that, I agree with my senior that we as a nation should be moving towards strengthening institutions and not building strong men. Of course, the government structures that we have ascribed to at this point, we have no option but to build these institutions up. And we don't have perfect institutions, not even in the advanced democracies. That is why we have check and balances within the system. We have internal audits, external audits, just to ensure that everything actually goes per the provisions of the law and is done in a very transparent manner. I cannot talk about exoneration of these people because, like I said earlier, I am not too sure what the petitions contained. But I recollect that one of the petitioners was interviewed on your sister radio station, and there were things said about him, his stance, and even his locals. I mean, what led to him leaving the EC, whether it was he thought that maybe so it was time to get back at somebody who is taking some disciplinary action. And if we allow some of these things to fester, it is going to lead to the weakening of these institutions rather than building them up. It is heartwarming to know and that we have seen the end of this process. But again, this morning I've heard that one of the is it an institution or a body that sent a petition is saying that they are going to send another petition. Litigation has to come to an end at a certain point. I don't know how or what new evidence, because I don't even know what was contained in the original petition. So I don't know what new evidence or what is going to be new about the petition. But I think that we should forge on as a nation. We should stop backbiting and pulling people down, weakening our institutions because just because we think that my government is in its time for payback and all of that. I don't think that is healthy and it's going to help us in the long run. So as to exoneration, I'm unable to speak about exoneration because I don't know the content. But I am just happy that we've learned from what transpired in the case of what happened in the judiciary, and we are ready to move on. This is also not to say that the cocoa farmers are actually being are happy because we are being shortchanged, and that we have a responsibility.
Where is this cocoa farmer story coming from?
You see, when you look at the role cocoa has played for the economy of Ghana, today when you go on the website of Cocoa Board itself, cocoa actually employs about 1 million families. 1 million families. Cocoa had been one of the, or if not the major foreign exchange earner for a long time to hold this economy together. And when the cocoa sector is being threatened, it is.
I'm surprised how we got to this cocoa matter.
No, we're talking about institutions, and I'm just dovetailing from our judiciary. I mentioned our judiciary. I mentioned the Electoral Commission, and obviously a serious and a significant institution like Cocoa Board cannot be left out.
Fuzeni, you are in a Ramadan period.
The Constitutional Review Commission suggested 10-year tenure of office for an EC chair. So how can we tie that into some of these things so that at least there's some level of security for an EC boss to do their work, and after 10 years they just go quietly?
Then again, security of tenure, it hits either way. In a case where you have an EC who is transparent, who is doing a good work, 10 years probably seems fair. In a case where you have a problemed EC who is being, I am not too sure of the word to use, who is not doing a very good job. And because the tenure is guaranteed, you have to live with that EC for 10 years. Then it becomes problematic. I'm thinking that we should still stay with the current dispensation where they retire at the age of 70, just like we have in the superior courts. And so depending on where the EC comes in, with their constitutional provisions, of course. I mean, I just spoke about the coming to conclusion of this round of petitions, but there may be cases where these petitions might hold water and might really need to go through. And so I still don't think that you should fix something that is not broken. If it ain't broken, why fix it? I am, and then also even with this constitutional amendments, I am not too sure where we are. Last time I think it's in Parliament or something, but I am not too sure where we are on the matter. So I will prefer the current dispensation rather than as tinkering with it when it's really not broken.
I of the view that yes, sometimes it's important for us to look at what could give security of tenure to people so that they will feel more confident in their positions. But I don't think that when the Constitutional Review Commission proposed that, means that it is just a proposal of security of tenure. They will still have under that clauses that will also protect the interests of the people. Indeed. And say that if the person or the person occupying that office, in spite of the security of tenure, engages in something that is unconstitutional and unwarranted of his office, that person, there will be disciplinary measures that should be the person should go through. I don't think they will just throw in a security of tenure without any sort of conditions or limitations.
You're right. The OSP has security of tenure, 7 years.
7 years.
He has a security of tenure.
But yes, still petitions.
Yes, still, yes. So it is something that. But let me also say this. I want to draw my brother's attention to one thing. I think his focus and their focus should be on the fact that you have a president who is respecting the tenets of the Constitution. In the CJ case, the procedure determined by the Constitution is what he followed. He didn't at any point in time alter it, touch it in any way. In fact, they were the ones who were advocating for the president to engage in an unconstitutionality, which the president didn't do. And in this case, he has also followed the same process. I'm surprised they're now changing the narrative and want it to seem as if because of certain lessons. What lessons? The lessons which were learned was that we have a president who has been mandated by Article 146 of the Constitution to perform a function. He performed it. He sent it appropriately. Response came, and he acted on the response. In this similar case, he has followed the process. He has sent the petitions to the appropriate authority or office, and a response has come, and he has followed the response. I think we should rather commend His Excellency the President by making sure that the Constitution is working, than to try to think that in the first instance, the President did something untoward, but this instance, he's doing something right. The first instance, if the first instance was wrong, then this one is as well wrong. But if that was right, if this one was right, then the first instance was also right.
So there should be consistency.
There should be consistency in the argument.
No, Nana, I think
people cannot pick and choose.
People,
people cannot pick and choose. What was wrong with the process in the CJ case? per the Constitution. What is wrong in this instant per the Constitution?
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
No one can point anything, one fiber of wrongdoing on the part of His Excellency the President. So why do you fault him?
Perhaps the president may not have done anything contrary to the Constitution, but the argument I have heard from the, if you like, the MPP side is the content of the petition and whether it warrants a removal of a CJ.
And you see, it
also
gives into that room of
argument here. And you remember I said, if I had engaged in that by the conditions of service of my membership of parliament or the office I'm holding today, it's a different case.
But for a chief justice,
the Constitution
We're
itself,
going to go back to what we
under his appointment,
we had this conversation 2 weeks ago.
Remember, under his appointment, dictates certain things that a chief justice cannot do.
Right.
So when a person goes against those things, it's morally right for a decision you be taking on that person.
You see, within this whole thing is the point where either the Council of State or the Chief Justice has to determine whether there's a prima facie evidence, and that gives a level. The word discretion might not be too, but it gives him to that level. You determine what level do you think that beyond this level there is a breach. What is the level? What is the cutoff? What is the cutoff? What is prima facie evidence?
Who
because I see.
Who determines?
That's why I mentioned to the
Chief Justice. It's not the president.
I did.
The president is just a conduit.
Then again.
So why are you from the president?
Then again, look. When Nana was president, there were petitions received for a removal of the Chief Justice. When he got those petitions, he didn't even think that
what Nana did was unconstitutional. What he did was unconstitutional.
I don't think he took that decision to determine whether there was a prima facie. He forwarded to the Council of.
He did.
There was a case where he didn't even for the president.
Which case was that? How do you know there was a case that he did?
Somebody wrote a letter. Then the president didn't find any merit to even forward the thing
just like President Mahama signed a letter for the dismissal of the Chief Justice.
Based on the recommendations of the committee.
So you cannot fault that because Asante Bediato signed the letter. It was
was it not transmitting the president's decision?
But per Article 146.
When President Mahama signed the letter for the dismissal of the Chief Justice,
after
I insisted that the Chief Justice had been sacked by President Mahama.
Let me ask you this:
the Chief Justice was sacked by President Mahama. You see, because look. You see, what even makes it more pronounced is that they have told us that this is what we will do if we come into power, and we cannot discount that fact.
Oh, then
they have told us that when they come into power, they will dismiss the Chief Justice, and that's exactly what they did.
And so what about the EC
premeditated.
What about the EC chair?
That's why I'm saying that I don't know the content. And I am not speaking for the EC chair.
The national chairman of the NDC had actually suggested that the EC chair be removed. However, today, no prima facie has been established against it. So are you saying that the party has made a U-turn on
some of these things? Let me just link to. Look, we have a by-election in Ayaso East. In Ayaso East, within the NDC, there's a parliamentary caucus faction. There is the party chairman and his faction. There's a Jubilee House faction. They all had candidates in the primaries.
It's not true.
So whatever the chairman said, I am telling you.
It's not true.
Oh, you can decide to tell us that it's not true. But
on the issue of strengthening,
I know, and Nana knows. You see him smiling. He knows.
It's not true.
I do not know.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I do not know.
Baba Jama was a candidate for.
No.
Asedun Ketia.
No, let me explain something.
Did Asedun Ketia campaign for Baba Jama?
Ajia was a candidate for the parliamentary caucus.
It's not true.
And there was also a candidate from Jubilee House who was showing motorbikes.
Did Asedun Ketia campaign for Baba Jama?
Asedun Ketia does not necessarily need to be present. He is influential enough to sit at Baba Jamal and pull the strings.
Baba Jamal, Baba Jamal, the president.
I have known Baba Jamal since 1998 when he was Luke's coordinating secretary.
Right.
I was a General Assembly member for Legon Hall at the time.
So you know his ability to win elections.
I know Baba Jamal. I know his capacity. I know him very well. And I'm telling you, and everybody knows.
He needed the party executive before he could win the primaries.
I also still on
people are
we have not done yet.
Misinterpreting the issue of the parliamentary caucus visit.
Right.
You see, this is what happened. Unlike all other parliamentarians, when this incident happened and we lost the member of parliament, being a Muslim, there was this, according to Muslims, within 2-3 days, swift,
Yeah.
So the caucus, the Greater Accra caucus, couldn't really
mobilize
because in our caucuses, he is aware, we contribute to our welfare fund. So when something happened to you and you are from the region put your contribution together and give it to you. So it was only fair that when they had finished with the mobilization of their resources, they went to the woman to present it to the woman. It was just that thing happened just the day before the primaries.
Yes.
So the assumption,
which is fine, honorable.
Yes. So
but to say to her that we are waiting for you in Parliament, that's what the issue is.
What?
To say to her that we are waiting for you in Parliament.
Oh, that one is, you should understand women's talk.
It
was a woman who said it. Women's talk.
We are waiting for you.
Yes, it was a woman's talk.
Clearly, you have declared our support for
whip in Parliament. Yes.
No, you're the whip.
Yes.
A very experienced whip.
Exactly. A whip.
It's about a 10th
not a backbencher.
What I'm saying is that this is a woman who is sympathizing, commiserating with another woman whose husband was the caucus chairperson and a member.
Honorable, if you ask me if she was only being a woman sympathizing with another woman, there wouldn't have been any talk about the election in the first place.
So because she was a member of parliament.
She was doing politics there and then.
Parliament.
We were waiting for you in Parliament.
Yes.
She was doing politics
there. They wanted her to replace her husband.
So whatever.
So then that addresses his point that there was a caucus candidate.
Whatever the party chairman had said in opposition, it's probably time for Julia to determine, to tell him where power lies. That you might have said this in opposition, but we are in power. And we are in charge of the processes. So we are going to show you that today you have the party, but we have government. And we have the constitutional processes.
Let's not digress. Let's not digress.
The chairman has his party. And the president has Jubilee. The president has the process. He owns the process.
Then this is not like that.
When the mother is
dead
and you say she's sleeping, when it's dinner time, we'll see who will be.
Right, let's come back to the issues. I've heard this argument of, and it comes back to strengthening of institutions. This argument that the government perhaps may be prioritizing institutional stability, and this is perhaps potentially strengthening public trust in the judiciary at the expense of the shortcomings of the EC.
It may be an argument from some people because they have their opinions looking at everything. You see, I think we should be happy that we have a government that is strengthening institutional stability, that is keen on making institutions strong and systems work. I don't see it. If you have known Justice Bafo Bonnie, he is somebody who believes in institutions. He believes in making institutions better. And if you are taking a petition, you see, the Council of State is different from the Chief Justice.
True.
Yes, you may have some retired judges on the Council of State.
Former CJ is also there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a requirement.
It's a requirement. But people who are not judges will be more. And as such, the way they will look at an issue and determine a prima facie will definitely be different from a Chief Justice who is purely a jurist and will be looking at an issue with those, let me say, background and knowledge, expertise that he's got. So I wouldn't say it's a deliberate thing to strengthen judiciary and make the judiciary also strengthen other institutions, or I wouldn't say so, because I know that is not the intention. The intention of His Excellency the President is to make state institutions work and work independently and be able to strengthen themselves and make systems work, so that we can have strong institutions that will be able to insulate those institutions from the overbearing, capricious intents of the individuals who head those institutions. And I believe that is where I want us to look at as a country, so that it wouldn't be only President Mahama. Tomorrow, whoever is there will also emulate the example that President Mahama has set, to make sure that our institutions become so strong that they will be able to go over some of these individual interests that sometimes characterize their performances. So I don't think so. The Chief Justice has done his job. The judiciary, representing the judiciary has done his job. I think that if there was anything convincing enough in the petition that warrants the removal or establishing a prima facie case against the EC chair and special prosecutor, the Chief Justice will have said so. Mr. Bafo-Bonny will have said so. I know him, and I don't think he will have that. You know, unlike the case of the Chief CJ, she had her peers on the committee.
Yeah.
If the committee's decision had been contrary to what we saw, I'm sure the president would have transmitted the same. The president wouldn't have changed the committee's findings. So I think it's good for us. We have a system where we can say that we have a judiciary that is predictable. You know that if you have a case and you go to the court with this CJ, you are sure that the case will be determined on its merit and you will not have a unanimous decision.
The two of the major stakeholders in the work of the EC will be the NDC and the NPP. Now, over the period, both have had cause to complain about the conduct of the EC. Now, perhaps the word exonerate might not have fit, but maybe a judicial process may have been limited by insufficient evidence. But does this invalidate the concerns? And that's why I intentionally mentioned the NDC and NPP having raised concerns.
When you say concerns, my biggest challenge is that these petitions have not been published. So ordinarily, you and I will not even know the content.
We're not privy to the details of the
So petitions. As to whether the petition contained cases that merited these processes to continue, I'm unable to say.
Yeah, but the NDC and NPP have all raised issues about the competence of the EC, and they've all advocated that EC must be removed.
I don't recollect NPP coming out to. I don't recollect.
Post 2024 elections.
I don't recollect. Of course, when
recollation of
Ablekumanov issues came, it was Ablekumanov issue.
Not only Ablekumanov.
Yeah.
No. We had
Okaikwe Central.
We had
Tema Central.
I mean, we had issues. But the fact that we had issues, issues pertaining to the fact that the EC had determined at one point that we should go for recollection. Another point, they went for
declaration.
And then the other time, we said we should go for rerun of some limited polling stations. I mean, we had issues with that. But I don't think that we came out to say. I mean, we had issues for the because we thought at the point
your general secretary said the EC chair must go.
No.
I
recollect our general secretary coming out to talk about the inconsistency on how the EC was dealing with these particular issues. At no time, I don't recollect at any point in time he asking that because of that if NPP had issues with the EC, I don't think that anybody could prevent us from sending a petition to the president. You would have listed the general secretary of the New Patriotic Party being one of the people petitioning. If we had issue with the EC and we think that it merits the EC to be changed, we will send a petition. Because we respect the law. Because we respect the law. We spoke about the inconsistency, and it was evident.
Right.
At one point, the EC wanted recollation. At one time, rerun, and so if as a party, we decided not to take part in the rerun, and the candidate wanted to. So officially, our party did not even be part of the run of
so because
your candidate was part,
because there was no formal. Are you saying because there was
she was already on the ballot paper?
Are you saying because there was no formal petition for the removal of the EC, you people did not advocate for the removal?
I'm saying that we had in that particular instance, we complained about the inconsistency of the EC, and that was very evident. Then again, I'm saying that
you use the word incompetent.
If we thought that the EC was incompetent, we will send a petition for her to be removed.
Has the NDC sent a petition?
8 July.
I am saying that
8 July 2025.
Look,
8 July 2025. EC lacks principles. I can't defend Asiedu Nketiah's claim that its leadership is unfit. Justin Kudia.
That's very consistent to what I'm saying. I'm saying that if we
9th July 2025,
the new
NPP backs removal of EC boss and her two deputies.
Of course. I'm saying that if the National Executive Council of the New Patriotic Party determines that we have to, we will take it without fear or favor to anybody. And so, just take us out of this.
Me sitting here, let me be frank with you. In spite of what has happened, I support the idea of the removal of the EC because of just even one case. Sal, the behavior of the EC in that Sal case was totally unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. It's marks of discrimination and unconstitutionality in that instant. You cannot, you see, vis-a-vis what happened with Asenoff, the EC was totally incorrect. You cannot in one breath say that you cannot take an action that would disenfranchise people, and in another breath take the same action that you think you don't want other people to be disenfranchised. Those are the things I'm looking at.
You know that this
for 4 years
it was a constitutional issue.
It was not
about the creation of the district. The timing of elections and all of that. You know that it was
so why do you at the last minute decide that they don't have the right to vote for a parliamentary candidate, but they could vote for presidential?
Because when it comes to presidential and parliamentary elections, you know that in parliamentary elections, the country votes on basis of constituency demarcations. You know that when it comes to presidential elections, the whole country is one.
But still, we have demarcations.
And so, the creation of the districts and the redemarcation of constituencies, you know that a constituency cannot straddle a district. If it happens like that, there's a constant provision. I know that you have to wait until the next elections to be able to restructure that. And the EC is saying that at the point, that was the challenge the EC had. I am unable to quote the exact article, but there's a provision like that.
But how is that they are able to vote for a presidential candidate and not a parliamentary
candidate? The reason they were able to, I am not a spokesperson for the EC, and I'm not trying. But I'm telling you that when it comes to parliamentary elections, we vote based on constituency demarcations.
Exactly.
When it comes to presidential elections, the whole country is one constituency.
But then we still
that is why when it
constituencies, polling stations are constituencies. So what demarcations were done to do the presidential election and not parliamentary?
See, when it comes to presidential elections, the collation and everything is done based on, in fact, both elections.
The collations is not a problem. Once they can collate presidential results,
they should be able to collate
stations. They should be able to collate parliamentary.
But you know, it was a constitutional. I really, if I had my constitution, I would have come back.
That's why I'm saying that me on that case, I had and for 4 years, denied.
But you know that the constitution says until the next elections.
I am saying that. Why that decision at the 11th hour?
It's what the constitution said.
It wasn't the constitutional matter at the time. If they were able to get them to vote in the presidential, nothing bars them from having a parliamentary election. That was my problem, and I thought it was wrong. 2, you know, you yourself have raised issues about even in 2020 elections, bro. You and I, up to I think somewhere around 2024 or something, we could not determine what the exact results of the presidential elections in 2020 were, because the EC brought out about 4 different results. Those individual inefficiencies made me so mad about the position of the EC, because I thought that over the years our EC has grown to the extent that these petty things should not be a problem for the EC. That was my point about the EC. But once the petition has gone and the Chief Justice do not see any merit in those petitions, so be it. We accept it and we move on.
But then it should inform some institutional reforms.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, like what my own brother has talked about the 2024 results and what all these things are structural problems of the EC, and the EC must be looking at how. You see, my point with the EC is that the first problems in an election, we talk about it. That's all.
No reforms.
No reforms.
It's not
nothing.
Then
in fact, individuals who even misbehave during elections, no consequences, and then we go to another election, and then we go through the same cycle.
The EC organizes elections, a sort of regulator or supervisor over political parties. When it comes to law and order, I think there are institutions that are
true
that are in charge. So whatever illegal act somebody conducts at a polling station or collation center, there are institutions.
But does the EC have internal processes to deal with some of these things?
Yeah, because if the person
with its own officers,
of course,
exactly,
and that's what we are talking about. We have never heard one.
We should also realize that for maybe 95% of those who work for the EC at the general election are not permanent staff of the EC.
Oh, you see,
there are issues that could be addressed.
When
their recruitment,
you hire somebody,
training,
when you hire somebody and the person engages in a criminality, you take an action.
That is why I'm saying that.
Let's not go too far. The issue of Pandai. The recent case was a matter of dates of publication of the gazettes.
Right.
There were several dates.
Right.
And this is an electoral officer that's published the dates.
Right.
But this person is working freely. Nothing has happened.
But the law also states and gives a window in which this gazetting should be done.
True.
And it was complied with. That is why the Supreme Court dismissed the matter.
But there were multiple dates of publication.
Because some persons were trying to take advantage of the situation.
And in the
knowing that you have a window of 21 days.
And the EC officer.
We are dealing with the EC officer here. No, we are dealing with the EC
have a window of 21
parties
days
involved. The EC officer who had multiple dates of publication.
Yes.
You see, if these matters are not addressed, and it will keep repeating itself.
It brings me. I recollect seeing the likes of Honorable Sam George in collation centers determining and whether they were collation or I mean they were determining who had won election.
If the EC was that efficient,
I was wondering
those things would have happened.
If the EC had been efficient in such an instance,
powers were.
Those would, that, so you see,
whether or not the EC is efficient or not, the parties, the stakeholders cannot also be extricated from it. And when we talk about strict stakeholders, it's the two of us. And in fact, every Ghanaian is a stakeholder in there.
But
so we all have to.
Sort of.
Of course.
Who set the regulations for the elections?
So if the EC is up and doing, a party official cannot do what you are just describing. So that's what we are saying.
You're right.
There should be consequences.
You're right. Of course there should be consequences. But you see, the EC, it's in our interest for the EC to be efficient. It's in everybody's interest. All the
those of us who are political actors should ensure
even for the non-political actors.
No, to me, because at the end of it is us who are the players on the field.
You are the biggest beneficiaries or losers in the work of the EC.
So we must be interested in restructuring the EC in such a manner that the EC will be able to prove itself very efficient and very uncompromising in situations when people want them to do things that are against its own regulations.
Right. Let me take a quick message. It is good news that the witch hunt for the removal of the Electoral Commissioner and the Special Prosecutor has been truncated by the Chief Justice. It's obvious the presidency didn't have much interest in their removal, unlike the case of the former Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu, which was actually a campaign promise made by the NDC to their supporters to remove her. The reason was that the then Akufo-Addo government had allegedly packed the judiciary with MPP judges, and they, NDC, would do same to pack the judiciary with NDC lawyers when they assume power. This is Aminu from NSAM.
Not just NDC lawyers, NDC judges from Supreme Court, Appeals Court, and now High Court.
Anyways, let's move on. Let's make some progress. About two nights ago, there was a disturbing video that went viral. A woman allegedly had stolen a newborn baby from the Mamprobi Polyclinic. Immediately, the system went to work, and by morning, the alleged suspect had been picked up. The baby had been rescued, and she's been successfully reunited with her biological mother. There are a number of angles or different ways to look at it. The security aspect, the health systems itself, the trauma of both mother and baby, and then we can look at the acts of stealing a baby itself and what will move a person to engage in this. I don't know where you would want to take this from first.
No, thank you very much. You've done a very good, let me say, analysis of the whole problem, all these issues. But I want to take it from the beginning. I think I lived in an area where there was so much pressure on women, young ladies, to have children.
True.
That society, the way society will pressurize you, stress you, if you were a young lady of 18 years and above and you don't have a child. It is even worse when you are married, where family pressures from the husband's side and even your own side, your mother will be asking you, want her grandchildren and all those things. Put so much pressure on women. We sometimes have a feeling that women are incubators, that as soon as you put the chicken in there, they should be able to bring it out as a bird. And people do not understand that there are so many issues, biological issues, health issues, that sometimes make it impossible for somebody to have a child. People even do not believe that there could be a problem with the man.
Yes.
That's why a married woman could not have a child. So it was all about women. You know, in my community, as soon as you are 16, 18, and you don't have a child, they call you Kendi. And the taunting, sometimes it's unbearable. And it forces women to do a lot. This is not today. This issue of baby stealing is not today. And it's not only in Ghana. In fact, there was a case in the US where consistently babies were being stolen and being sold to others. And there are people who sometimes, because of these pressures, will do anything, will pay any amount of money to be able to have a baby that they can call their own. Two, even here today, we have people who are ready to go to what do you call health institutions, fertility homes, to be able to have children. There are people who are even having, I hear in certain jurisdictions, children being cloned for them. You understand? It's very important for us to understand that issues about childbirth, issues about productivity, it's not just about somebody wanting it at a particular time. Spiritually and religiously, we believe that the Almighty is the author and finisher of our affairs. So He gives, and at the right time He gives. But sometimes I wonder how we call ourselves Christians, Muslims, and believing that it is God who gives, but still we want to put pressure on people as if they determine when to have their, or it is something that they can just go and pick, put in their belly and then produce. So that pressure is something I think that society, a lot of education should be able to make us reduce the stress and the pressure we put on especially our women who go into marriage and for years they are not able to have children.
Yeah.
And even some guys, I'm telling you, some guys go through difficult times with their families and about these things. And sometimes it becomes even a problem in the marriage. If they are married 5 years, 10 years, the couple has not had a child, if you're not careful, it will even destroy the union.
Yeah.
So that is the angle I want to take it from and say, I'm sure this woman did not just get up, just going to steal a baby. She may be going through a particular experience that at a particular temporary insanity makes it unavoidable. That let me satisfy society, let me satisfy my husband or my in-laws, with this act. And there is no way this act could be engaging without the connivance of people within the health institution.
True.
So I don't want us to just see it as a woman want. Look, the only way she could get that is because she has knowledge of that facilitation within the health sector and within the health institution.
The operations within that particular facility.
Yes. Maybe she discussed her points. Oh, you know, with a friend, it's go to this, go and see this person. They do it. I have seen situations, I've heard situations where people give birth to children. They are even told the children died.
Others are swapped.
And so many things happens within the health institutions. And people get involved. So it's a whole societal thing that I believe seriously we must look at. We must not just focus on it, but it's an eye-opener to all of us. But I say that this thing, it's not today. It's been happening in the past. But then comes to the same issue we just talked about, institutional systems.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that Mampobi Polyclinic had a CCTV.
Yeah.
How many of our health institutions have CCTV? That when said things happen, we could go back and see and have a look and be able to determine who are the people involved. We should also thank God that according to the minister, there was a whistleblower.
Exactly, yeah.
So it means that individuals are being cautious of said things.
Exactly.
I want to go by what the Minister of Health, the policy guidelines he has issued immediately, that all health institutions must. It's not just about stealing. There are so many infractions. There are so many things that happen within the health institutions that are allowed to go. Sometimes even the attitude of health workers. Look, you could die in a hospital just by the way you are attended to.
Yeah.
And you could recuperate in a health facility just about the way you are handled.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? So the health institution is a place where people's life will either be altered or improved by the way they are received and the way they are handled.
Right.
I want us to look at this issue of making workplace at the health facilities very humane, very nice, very, let me say, supportive of systems. What are the sort of structures we've put in place where women who go through these traumatic times, not having children, what are the things, what is society having
exactly
to make those people understand that or how do we counsel them? How do we help them?
Support systems
to help people, women like that, because some people will be so desirous of having that one child.
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So what are the systems there to make people go through a sort of orientation that will psychological tune up, that will help him and her be able to understand that these pressures are not good and all. We don't have all this. But I've heard a minister for gender now saying those are the things that are social. Our social welfare system is collapsed as a country. It's collapsed. I don't know what the Department of Social Welfare does now. It's collapsed. So some of these things should let us go back to those systems and make sure we have people we have institutions, agencies that will have day in and day out sessions with women who are going through this period. Not only those who cannot have children, but those who women who go to deliver and they lose their children, and all those traumas must be handled in a system. If the system is that, I don't want to use a word that I've used, and somebody said it's too harsh, but it's like we have a very uncaring system. You understand? Very uncaring system. I have a daughter. I've had this experience. I have a doctor working in the health sector in the US. And what she does only is to counsel, talk to, prepare women who were coming to see the doctor before they appear before the doctor, to settle them, to ease them before they appear before the doctor. But here, when you get there, Fuseni is consulting you too. There's no hospitality.
Very honorable. Let me take a break here. When I come, we hear from Honorable Issa. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One Television. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Backyard Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
Top Picks on DSTV. A fresh face alongside a host of new personal and professional troubles await the crew at Firehouse 51.
The city needs a leader like you.
The Skinwalker team return to investigate even more unexplained paranormal phenomena around the U.S.
They can see these portals.
And a doctor and a mystic join forces to help the vulnerable.
I am completely prepared to follow your orders today.
Stay connected to the unmissable on your home of entertainment, DSTV.
Oh, another payment through Stanbic. Smooth, as always.
Imagine making or collecting all payments without leaving your chair. Sounds like magic, right? Nah, it's Stanbic Pay.
Darling, can you please help with the bills, especially at your school fees?
From school fees to utilities, the government and statutory payments to investments, insurance payments, Hajj payments, and more.
Mommy, my fees has been paid.
Just log on to Stanbic Pay and you're set for life.
Please tell me everything has been paid.
No Stanbic account, no queues, no stress, no last-minute panic.
Cherish your time and live happier in safety and convenience.
Visit stanbicbank.com.gh or call to get started.
Hello again. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is Breakfast Daily. We're having the news review segment. We're discussing currently the issue of an alleged baby theft at the Mamprobi Polyclinic, the rescue and of the baby, and of course the reuniting the baby with the mother, and a number of issues that this brings to the fore, the issue of security and all. But Honorable Issa, if I'm coming to you for reforms in our health system. Not quite recently, no bed syndrome raised its head again, a life was lost, and now we are hearing issues of baby theft at a polyclinic.
Nana, some of these matters, it's really unfortunate when they happen, but as our society advances, some of these things are also things that we should keep up with. Like you mentioned, reforms. We have to continuously reform our system to be relevant. Else, if we are stuck in the old ways of doing things, we'll be overtaken by some of these things. Because the question I keep asking myself is that fortunately, this particular matter has been reported. It's gotten the attention of the public, and so it is being discussed across the country on platforms such as this. How many of these cases have gone unreported? How many of these cases have not gotten the attention that this case has gotten to? In the past, we've heard stories where mothers have gone to hospitals after going through labor. All you hear is that, oh, you had a stillborn baby, and sometimes the mothers don't, or the families don't even have the opportunity to see the fetus, or and then it's all shrouded in some sort of but you see, our institutions need to be continuously reforming to be able to keep up with some of these things. And as the people, you see, one of the aspects of what is unfolding in Mamprobi was the fact that some acquaintances of the alleged baby theft will go to the police station and insist that the picture that was captured by the CCTV was not the lady being held. Why won't they allow the processes to unfold? Why the need for a mob? They didn't go, and they are not even saying that we've seen this woman go through the processes of pregnancy to this extent, and so we can witness. I think that it's just too many things being thrown around at the same time to get your head around.
It's the passion.
Fortunately, they are going to
It's the passion.
What's the passion? What passion is
that? Have you forgotten where the woman who gave birth and the husband comes from?
Oh, certainly. The community itself.
Yes.
But you see,
look at the number of people who thronged the hospital and also thronged the police station.
That's also the things that we have to be addressing within our communities. This pressure of giving birth when you don't really haven't planned, or no jack off for you know what I can for Pojomo is the ultimate, and the monkey Pojomo. This time when somebody invites you for Pojomo in that part of Accra, you know it's an all night. It's just too much to get together. Fortunately, the police are on top of it. I'm expecting. I think there's a first court appearance today. I'm hoping that this is. But we need to continuously be reforming. We need to keep our security up. It's also quite instructive to know that at least the hospital had a CCTV camera at the entrance, and so was able to capture. But for that, I'm not sure would have made progress in this case to this level.
That and then the whistleblower.
The whistleblower as well. I also read something on social media. I'm not sure if it's TikTok or Facebook about a journalist, one of a very popular journalists who saw a neighbor's child, picked the neighbor's child, but somebody had actually seen it, and the attention of a policewoman. It was heartwarming to know that at least people are becoming aware of their personal security and what is happening within and they are taking advantage of the security system and all of that. I think that some of these things will happen. I'm not rationalizing what happened, but we as a people, collectively, will have to put in systems to forestall some of these things happening.
Very well. Some
I also want to say this. Maybe we have to look at our laws regarding adoption and surrogacy to make it flexible in such a way that people who are going through these situations can use any of these systems to be able to satisfy their desire. For someone, just having one child is enough for her to be happy in this life. And as such, if not, it becomes difficult. So when there are social systems, that makes it easier for the person to have. Because IVF or something, it's very expensive. Very expensive. And how many people could afford? So let's look at how we could help out. Look, I've lived in a community where not having a child, Nana, it's not something you want to see. You'll be shunned by the society.
You'll be labeled.
And you can have your peers. Even, finding a way of making life unbearable for you. In fact, Aba Obolala. I'm telling you.
It's a serious issue.
So sometimes you even have people who are not even up to the age of having children. Just getting into there and having children because they are scared of what their peers will say about Jele Kazantri. Nana, you understand what we mean?
I understand.
You understand, Gan?
Yeah. I can understand, but I can't speak it. So I get what you are saying.
No, it's not only peculiar to Accra. Yes, it's not only peculiar to Accra. It's a national problem.
Yeah, indeed.
That is why in certain areas of this country we even push our young ladies into having children, early marriages and all those things because we want to have our grandchildren, want to have it's totally unacceptable. I think society we need to evolve a system where we can continually preach. It's why our religious bodies, our society, social organizations, these are the areas I want us to look at and stop the politics all the time.
Very well. So we hope that the measures being implemented will yield some fruitful results, especially in heightening security and all that. You want to talk about cocoa?
Of course.
But they've released money.
I know, but Nana, please, let's focus on what we are doing. You find a way of talking about cocoa when you mention the issue of
Honorable. Do you have a cocoa farm?
I don't have a cocoa farm.
We are sympathizing with the farmers.
But I'm a farmer.
Somebody told me you enjoyed cocoa board scholarship when you were in school.
No, I didn't.
Are you sure?
I didn't. I couldn't have.
Really?
I couldn't have.
Okay.
Very well. A week or two
those
ago,
good days, we used to have cocoa board scholarship and government scholarship.
Me, I didn't.
No, I had government scholarship, not cocoa board scholarship.
I didn't also have. My father had to pay my fees true and true. True and true. And I am so grateful to my parents for.
Indeed.
Yes, I had the best of education. I mean,
very well.
A lot of sacrifice went through it. And you see, I was born right here in Abeka, and that's where I grew.
I was born in Lima.
I met one of my mates, and I was saying that only if there was free SHS at the time, in our time in the
there 80s, was free SHS. There was free SHS.
I knew very, very talented.
Did you pay any school did you pay any fees when you went to school?
Secondary school was free.
I paid my way through school.
Tuition was free.
I paid my fees because I went to Presec from 1987 to
You went to an elite school?
I said I had the best of education. I'm very grateful for the sacrifices my parents did.
Very well. Let's move on to
which one is PSEC?
When I just said PSEC, so you should know that there is one PSEC.
No, you know
the other ones,
now they all say
PSEC,
and then you are thinking
it's something. But when somebody says PSEC,
you mean it's PSEC, Legon.
There's one PSEC and other Presby schools.
Oh, okay.
So when I say PSEC, you should know that it's PSEC.
Very well. Let's make progress. Yesterday there was a joint press conference, Minister for Communication and the Minister for Gender, and they announced to us that the CID is currently seeking Interpol assistance to arrest a foreign suspect over some explicit videos in what now appears to be a sexual exploitation scandal. Do we have, or if he's gone, should we leave him to go, or should we still commit resources chasing after him? I'll start with you.
I think that the story unfolding, it's a very serious one. I think that we need to, whatever it takes, we need to learn lessons as a society, as a community. I have seen excerpts of the expose and what transpired, and in this day and age, some of the incidents that had been recorded, some because you didn't see the whole of what happened. I mean, these are snipers of it. The fact that this Russian guy speaks to a certain lady, or the lady goes to the room, does not assume that they go the full hall and all of that. But as to how we let in a foreigner to come into this country, to be able to undertake such a venture, it looks like this whole thing was premeditated. He was coming into Ghana with the well prepared equipment. He had a plan. He knew what he was coming to do, and it's for me. Ghana is also not the only destination. He's been to Kenya as well, and I hear some other countries to be able to perpetuate it as ungodly act. It is a very difficult thing to, and as a country, I don't think that we should let go. But also, I'm saying this within the constraints of the law. I'm not too sure the relationship between Ghana and Russia. And whether we can be talking about extradition, even with the ambassador, I am not too sure the extent to which the Russians can cooperate, because there's an individual who comes in here, and we opened our doors and welcomed him into our country. At the point of entry, what sort of assessments did we do? Was there something that could have been picked up? I think that it also should lead to some of these reforms we keep talking about, because if I am going to another country, my purpose is going to be investigated. Right from you applying for a visa, at the point of entry, your purpose, you'll be assessed whether with the storyline you're given is consistent, and all of that. And I'm not too sure what it does for somebody. I'm not too sure the sort of passport that this gentleman holds. I'm not sure how easy it is for him to get into Ghana. I am not too sure whether the whole act, whether the victims, it beats my imagination. But you see, as a community, I just think that, look, we should be ahead of what is happening. And sometimes the way we approach some of these things as well. When this whole thing came up, we had the Minister of Communication saying things that I don't know whether he was briefed properly, whether he had sought counsel, and all of that. Sometimes the way you even start fighting some of these things determines how you end it. It's strictly somebody, a foreign national who has come in here. I think the first point of call would have been a Minister of Foreign Affairs. Through some level of diplomacy is needed in there, some level of IT breach is being, because somebody's privacy is being breached and all of that. But I think that even before we come up to tackle some of these things, I am happy that finally the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Communication are working together on this matter. And I think that the young ladies out there, not even just ladies, but even the young men, this day and age, you are not too sure what is happening. I think we should all be very conscious of our surroundings and our security and the breach of our privacy and all of that. I think that people should be conscious of that and be more responsible towards what happens. I mean, anybody could fall prey to. A lot of people could fall prey to, both men and women. And so I call that maybe the victims need help and they should be supported.
Some psychosocial support.
It is a very painful thing.
Honorable Vanapoe, have we committed a crime in fighting a crime? I'm asking this because we've also published the passport of this gentleman.
No, I don't think so, because whatever he did by our laws is criminal. You understand? It's criminal. And we have taken steps to make sure that we use our sovereign jurisprudence to deal with the issue. Just that we hit a nag because of the fact that we don't have an extradition treaty with Russia. But then we can also work through Interpol. And don't forget, but for Russia's peculiar international restrictions on cyber security and
the ambassador says their
international
constitution supersedes any treaty.
Yes, and so they because of what has happened in the world, Russia do not ascribe to these things. If it happens within their jurisdiction, they will deal with that. But outside their jurisdiction, they don't have this. But what my consolation is the fact that once Interpol picks it up, this guy can never get out of Russia to any other place unless he changes his face identity and everything. So that is good for me, because then it is not just about Ghana, it's about international. Other women in other jurisdictions will not fall prey to his useless and buffoonery. Those are the words I will use. I'm totally appalled by the behavior of this guy, because it's not just about infringing on the privacy of these individuals, but he's also subjected families to serious torture. Families are going to get broken. Individuals, if you're not careful and we don't counsel and psychologically handle these ladies very well, the consequences will be very...
Some might be suicidal.
I'm telling you, because I listened to one of them. And this is a woman who could swear on everything that she never had sex. She didn't even spend more than 5 minutes on your network. More than 5 minutes, because she was into what you call realities, and this guy said he was interested in an accommodation, and that's her area. It's just by being at the wrong place at the wrong time. You understand? But because of the work she does, she fell victim to this. And now her marriage is on the brink. What about her children?
Exactly.
Tomorrow, social media. This guy is going to live with this history of the mother for the rest of his life. I'm even happy it's a boy. If it had been a girl,
would have been worse.
It could have been worse. So I'm looking at the human side of it. All these victims, and I'm happy the Minister of Gender said they're working with the social disabled on the instruction of the president to give them psychological support. That is a good motive, and it all goes back to what we have said already. We must begin to look at our social welfare system. That as a society, as a people, we must have institutions that are ready to take people who go through such difficult times, such traumatic times, through counseling and help them integrate to society. Having said that, I'm totally disgusted with the way some of us Ghanaians have handled our own people who are falling into such serious situation. Ask yourself, if those ladies, if one of them were your sister, your mother, how will you feel after today? Will you be happy with the way people are trolling them on social media?
True.
Will you be happy with the sort of name callings being given to them? People are, excuse me, calling them prostitutes, cheap, and those words. And Ghanaians are happy, you know, just reposting and circulating this. Not knowing that they don't know that they are also committing a crime.
Indeed.
And it goes back to another issue that has come up in this country. Now, Nana, when an accident happens, instead of people looking at how they will save the victims, all that they are interested in is videos. You understand? Where are we going to? Today, people are happy about, you know, they themselves editing, reposting, running commentaries on what has happened. In fact, when you go to TikTok, it's appalling.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And I sit down and say, what? If this lady, any of these ladies have been my sister, how will I feel? How would I feel? Yeah. And I think that is something that we should look at.
Indeed.
And I will be urging my brother Sam George to look at how we can take action against our own people who are reposting and running commentaries on this thing.
Yeah, he actually sounded a word of caution yesterday.
Those are the people we should be dealing with. I will commend the minister and the government for deciding that they will want to put at the disposal of these victims. I call them victims, because none of them expected this.
Indeed.
And the guy, like Fuseni said, he had a premeditated mind.
Indeed.
In this, because what he did is just somebody who want to take these things and. But you see, I don't blame our system too much, because if somebody is coming to Ghana, a person says he's a tourist, we want to encourage tourism, and I said the person indicates that he's a tourist on our immigration. Nobody is going to take him through any other due diligence to find out whether he's truly a tourist or this. And when people come in and get out of Kotoka, they check into private hotels. But if our intelligence system is that strong, bro, I've been through a system where within a week or two, the system will follow up those people when they enter to see whether the person says he's tourist, what if in fact what is engaged in. And to me, I'm not going to cause international fear about this, but then I would say at this point in time, somebody coming from Russia, a young man coming from Russia, my security antenna will immediately no. Today when I was coming, I said 50 Ghanaians have died in the Russia-Ukraine war.
Yeah.
How were they recruited? What are the systems that led them to go into that war and to be fighting on behalf of Russia? You understand? All those things are issues that we must be looking at this point in time. And then not make, like Fuseni said, maybe strengthen our immigration procedures a bit. I'm not saying we should discourage tourism. I'm not saying we should do things that will prevent tourists from coming here. But everybody must be subjected to a form of scrutiny and follow-ups that will let us be able, because people can even come here free, they can come here as tourists, but they become international terrorists.
True.
You understand? Integrating the society, recruiting people, those who are recruiting people to join all these sort of Islamic fundamental groups and things, they get into our society, live amongst us, and get them recruited. You understand? So we should follow up those things and be able to do. But then, my point here, and in all this drama, I am more interested in what happens to these our poor victims. I believe seriously, the lady who is about to lose her marriage, some people, the church she goes to, or the society she belongs to, must have some counseling session with the husband too. That look, maybe the action you are taking is a bit too extreme. Give your wife a benefit of the doubt. And let's go further, because what you saw is just a short clip of, and she's insisting,
and it's actually been edited.
Happened. Yes,
it's actually been edited.
Even if you want to do biological, then you can know whether she has within the past days had sex. And you can determine that. Don't just take a hasty decision because of what has gone viral. I think in marriage situation, that man should know that our ability to forgive one another is what strengthens marriages, and not taking stern decisions against our partners and spouses in such situations.
Amen.
It's very important. No, I'm feeling for the woman.
Indeed.
I'm feeling for her.
They are victims and they need support.
You understand? Look at this innocent lady who, she was going, hello. But that is also, you see, all those victims, that's one thread I saw. One thread I saw is the typical Ghanaian didn't want to be disrespectful towards a visitor. The typical Ghanaian. It's like that with all of us. The typical Ghanaian meets somebody, greets, and all those things. In other jurisdictions, nobody cares about you. Everybody is minding his own business.
But we are more hospitable to foreigners.
Yes. And even to ourselves. Now, when you get out there, you go on the street, somebody meets you, hello, and all those. It's part of us. It's part of our cultural system.
But
if we don't have those things, there won't be any form of communication that will lead to the man even prompting you to ask your name and all those things.
Right. Thank you so much. We're going to end it, but there's a message. It's in caps. That's why I want to read it. It says, "Hi, I totally disagree with the Chief Justice for not finding any wrongdoing with Jean Mensah and her 2 deputies. Never in Ghana's history has constituents been denied the opportunity to select their representative in Parliament. But this happened under the watch of Jean Mensah and her 2 deputies for the first time in Ghana's history, and that's an infringement on their fundamental human rights."
I hope this is not coming from Franklin Kujo.
No. In a democratic nation, in modern day Ghana, no way. Jean Mensah and the 2 deputies must be sacked, because it is their duty to see to every registered voter vote in any election.
Still peeved.
This
about
is
the
unacceptable. They must be sacked for sleeping on their jobs. His name is Papa Bisu from Sprintex. Honorable, there's one for you. It says, "Good morning, Nana, and I trust this finds you well. Please remind Honorable Nilante Vanderpoel to come to our aid on the Katamansu to Apollonia Road. A little leveling would do us a lot of good and bring us some relief. The 15-minute stretch now takes 1 hour. Please,
I will engage with the MC. I will engage with the MC.
Very well. Thank you so much, gentlemen. This has been good, and we appreciate you so much.
Nana, we still didn't talk about Cocoa.
We'll find time to discuss.
We didn't talk about the MPP.
We'll run out of time. We will have to leave it here.
We should talk about the base.
The base movement. Now they've gone back to the base.
What is the base?
You don't know.
For flag bearer, now you're going to start from the base. But we'll leave it here. We'll find time to discuss it later. This has been the news review segment on Breakfast Daily. Philip and Chris will take over from here.
Go Ghana! This much, we don't just remember where we're from, we celebrate who we are. Our stories, our culture, our rhythm, our pride. And it all begins with an evening designed to set the tone for an unforgettable Heritage Month. Join us as we officially launch the Heritage Month 2026 in grand style, color, and culture. Date is Wednesday, 25th February 2026. The venue is the Channel 1 TV Gardens. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. It will be an evening of culture, conversation, music, fashion, and storytelling as we unveil the exciting lineup of events and programs specially curated for you this March. From powerful cultural experiences to engaging community moments to celebrations that connect generations. The Heritage Month 2026 promises something for everyone. This is more than a lunch. It's a gathering of cultural lovers, a meeting of tradition and modern expression, a night that sets the heartbeat for the month ahead. The Heritage Month Launch 2026. We will see you there. This event is strictly by invitation.
Energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Bagia Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the April Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
Bestie, meet my lovely family.
We can do that whilst I'm seated and eating. Let me put on the food before we eat.
He will be here for days, and I only find out at a family dinner on the day that he arrives.
Morning, family.
Everything in the kitchen is actually gone.
You know, in the UK, I work like a donkey, but here, I eat like a monkey.
My noodles just vanished like a spirit had branch.
He finished my slightly burnt oil rice.
Half a crate of eggs cannot just poof, disappear.
Good morning, all.
Lisa, have you by any chance gone to the kitchen?
Madam, unless the kitchen wants to be my sleep, you are being in the kitchen.
If I die, wouldn't you serve food at my funeral?
Daddy! Hey! Heaven save us! Now what's that?
Bestie.
Away! Dad, I'm sure he's gone.
Good morning!
I thought you were gone.
The Blankson family is here. The vibe is too much.
Sweetroot Secondary School invites all alumni and stakeholders to the 67th anniversary and homecoming celebrations. It's happening from Friday the 20th of March to Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. On Friday, How I Got There, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Year groups check-in and roll call. Gary Soaking's competition. Cadet course ceremony from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All students convoy. Drive to Swesco, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Candlelight procession from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome cocktail with alumni and staff of the school. Meet and greet with Compa Band performing live at the forecourt of the school complex from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, speech and prize giving day from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. All year groups lunch from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Alumni dance party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, anniversary Thanksgiving service at 8 a.m. A great opportunity to reconnect with your old mates. Contact your year group president now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
On this happy trip back.
And good morning once again. You're welcome to Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. It's been an interesting one with Nanatufo Boateng, and here's a panelist talking about issues within the political space and issues happening around us. It's now time for myself, Philip Nilate, and
Chris Kasa
to continue from here to 11 a.m.
Yeah. So we're actually very excited to be here with you this morning, and I hope you are too. We're going to be bringing you a lot, from interviews to getting into our communities to health talks and all that. So this is everything that is going to make up the morning show today. We hope that you will enjoy it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. And remember to send in messages at any point in time that you feel compelled to, especially if you want to contribute, you have questions, and so on. Even if you want to send messages to your loved ones, say birthday wishes, great wishes, and all that, you can send it via the WhatsApp number on the screen, and we will get to read it here. Thank you so much.
And of course, as we are asking you to join the show, we're also reminding you that the Heritage Caravan 2026 is going to set off very soon in next month, by from 1st to 8th of March. The Caravanites will be on the tour, experiencing Ghana and seeing all the things they have to see in the country. It's a 10th edition, and you wouldn't want to miss the chance by seeing it on TV. Like we always keep saying, we are very charitable, and we'll definitely be bringing you sights and sounds here on Channel One TV. And these Caravanites will be enjoying moving from one place to the other. We've had sponsors coming in here. Yesterday was ADMI, Granite Paste. They came in here to tell us what the Caravanites will be enjoying on the caravan. And also we've had Piva coming on to also tell us the new products that we'll be bringing that the Caravanites would be enjoying on the caravan. And we've also had Gwell coming through. Well, yeah, we interview them here, and Caveman Watches as well. So Piva being part of the sponsors, also Hollard also came in here to also speak to us and tell us what the Caravanites will also be getting on the caravan. Also Omni Bisik Bank, definitely we'll be getting them today. So you want to stay with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. You may not know the plan they have for you as viewers, because yesterday it was very interesting that admin had to give boxes of their granite paste, and the digital is also sponsoring the caravan. And we also have Nana Rice also sponsoring the caravan. Caveman Watches, like I indicated earlier, has been here already to tell us their plan, and they'll be the official timekeepers for the caravan, and they'll be helping Freema do her work. That let's go, and getting things on check. So it's been an interesting one with the sponsors, and we want to say a very big thank you to all the sponsors. If not for you, maybe the organization wouldn't have been successful, but for your presence and for you supporting, we will be able to set off from 1st to 8th of March, and we'll be touring 14 regions. Yes, 14 regions. So please make sure that you will watch it here and you get the sights and sounds here as the Caravanites are also enjoying on the caravan. So thank you so much, Gino. Thank you, Mimi Mia Chomo. Thank you, Admi. Thank you, Nana Rice. Thank you, Piva Beverage, Caveman Watches. And also thank you to all the sponsors who have made this event a success, which will be starting from 1st of March. But I think we have food festival.
Yes, we actually have the food festival is going to come on. But before that, we actually have the Heritage Month lunch that's going to be happening on Wednesday, the 25th February of 2026. The venue is at the Channel One TV Gardens at 5:30 p.m. prompt. And of course, the Heritage Month series will be part of some of the activities that are going to be happening throughout this month, or throughout the month of March, which is the Heritage Month. And the Heritage Caravan, which Philip just talked about, and the Back to Your Village Food Festival that is also part of it. It's going to be happening on the 28th to the 29th of March 2026 from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. Like I said, at the Ifwa Sutherland Children's Park, you wouldn't want to miss it. This is the gathering of food, Ghanaian food, Ghanaian delicacy. If you love Ghanaian food, real Ghanaian authentic food, this is where you would find it. From different parts of the regions, you will definitely find whatever you are looking for. If you've heard about a certain food from a particular region that you've never tasted before, this is where you are going to be finding it. So make a date with us at the Back to Your Village Food Festival 2026 on the 28th to the 29th of March 2026. So if you're interested and want to be a vendor, and if you also make indigenous food, you are actually invited to register. All you need to do is call the number 0205 973 973.
I like what you said.
Which one?
That is the gathering of what food?
Yes.
Not the gathering of the saints.
No. The gathering of food, authentic Ghanaian food. So please call the number 0205 973 973 if you're a food vendor that makes indigenous food coming from Ghana. Remember that this is brought to you by Channel One TV and powered by City 97.3 FM. So like I said, this is all part of the things that are going to be happening on the Heritage Month. So look out for each and every of this activity. But thank you to our sponsors who have made this possible for us to put together. Admi Granite Paste, Caveman Watches, Gino, Piva Beverages, Guel, Minimia Choma, Didi Shito, Nanas Rice, Hollad Insurance, and Omnic Basic. Thank you so much. And the Heritage Month is brought to you by Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM.
Okay, and as we are pushing all agendas, we're also asking you to support this one that we are doing here that has to do with the Made in Ghana Rice campaign. Made in Ghana Rice campaign, a very important campaign that we are championing here at Channel 1 TV and also City 97.3 FM. Eat Ghana, build Ghana, eat fresh, eat Ghana, build the future. Fresh from our farms to your plate. And we are also asking you that should you go out there, try purchasing Made in Ghana rice so that at least the farmers can get to do their work and also we can create more jobs. Let your meal make a difference. Choose Ghana first. Very important. This is in partnership with Agri Impact Limited, MasterCard Foundation, 24-hour policy. And of course, this is championed by Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM.
All right. So there you have it. But remember to also download the Channel 1 TV News Online app. All you need to do is head to the Google Play Store and you can download the Channel 1 TV app. And you can have it on your phone or on your tablet. This actually makes it easy for you to get access to the news or informations that we have out there coming from Ghana and beyond, right on your palm or in your pocket. And you can access it anywhere in the world as long as you have internet connection. So go out there and download it. Google Play Store and then download the Channel 1 News app.
Okay, so Chris, before we move into the trends, I'm getting some messages here that has to do with the holy month of Ramadan from Aminu. He says that good morning, to please kindly give shout outs to colleagues in the house as we start the holy Ramadan. I humbly invite Samens, OJ, Frivma, Bernard, and all of us to also join in the Ramadan. This is coming from Amino. And also Engineer Abdullah Mahama also sent a message quickly, also saying that good morning to all Muslims in Ghana and across the globe, wishing us Ramadan Mubarak. Okay, so we'll be joining. See how best.
I actually joined.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I think it helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. It helps.
It's all like part of, you know.
Some fasting and all that, and you are able to also put yourself together.
Yeah. And so like every year I try to join. Maybe I might not complete, but I actually go far with the fasting.
And also Lent, right?
Yes.
Lent is also happening.
Yeah, Lent, because yesterday was Ash Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday.
It's very important. But before we go on, happy birthday to the Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, Duncan Amwa. Your dedication to accountability and consumer protection continues to shape important conversations within the country's energy sector. On this special day, we celebrate not only your leadership and impact, but also your integrity, courage, and commitment to national development. May God grant you wisdom, strength, good health, and abundant blessings in the years ahead. From Paul Eric Ofori, that is head of research and training, COPEC, and also Daniel Satkite of the City Newsroom. Now you can move into the trends, Chris.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's get straight into the trends, and the trends is coming from social media, and that's what everybody's talking about. Basically, topics that everybody's talking about that keeps them buzzing, that keeps them tweeting, that keeps them, you know, sending pictures and all of that. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start with the one that we sort of like reported yesterday about the stolen baby from the Mamprobi Polyclinic. So there's an update. So the precious Ancomas newborn was taken from Mamprobi Polyclinic in Accra on February 17, but police arrested suspect Latifa Salifu the next day at Kolebu Hospital after her sister tipped them off from news images. The feverish infant was medically checked and returned to the emotionally disturbed mother by the gender minister, who praised the public vigilance. So the baby's uncle, Frank Banks Miss Bao, now demands a DNA test to verify the child's identity amid ongoing police probes into accomplice and hospital security gaps. So as we showed you yesterday, how everything unfolded, and we also showed the part that the police went to, give the woman back her baby and arrested the lady who was, you know, said to have taken the baby. But at the end of the day, this, from when I look at this issue, it has different faces. You know, it also has to do with our society. Yeah. At the end of the day, everybody's to be blamed at the end of the day. Even though one person is a thief, but still everybody needs to be blamed. Anyway, we have a video from the Gender Ministry, and let's check out this video and we'll come back to have a conversation on this and check out what are some of the comments that people made about this.
We all know this polyclinic. It is not a polyclinic that you will say that they are careless or reckless or anything of the sort. It has a very good record when it comes to maternal health and delivery. This is one of those unfortunate incidents. I don't want community members here to say that because of that they are abandoning the health facility. A lot of investment has gone into it, and the health workers here are very passionate about the well-being of the members within the community. Just want to make an appeal to
today at about 3:40 this morning. The police arrested a suspect, Latifa Salifu, who is 33 years of age and is a clock seller here in Accra, at the premises of Kolebu Teaching Hospital, where she was found with a baby suspected to have been the missing child. Suspect claimed that she had delivered at the hospital and was discharged due to lack of birth. However, police investigations at the hospital revealed there was no records to support her claim. The suspect is currently in police custody. The police would want to remind the public, particularly health facilities and families, to remain vigilant and observe the following measures. We expect that for hospitals and health facilities, we enforce strict identification protocols for staff and for visitors, ensure babies are released only after proper verification, install and monitor CCTV systems in maternity wards and other wards, including entrances. We also expect that we maintain visitors' logs and restrict access to postnatal wards. Report suspicious persons or activity. Today, at about 3:40 this morning, the police arrested a suspect, Latifa Salifu, who is 33 years of age and is a clock seller here in Accra, at the premises of Kolebu Teaching Hospital, where she was found with a baby suspected to have been the missing child. Suspect claimed that she had delivered at the hospital and was discharged due to lack of birth. However, police investigations at the police.
All right, and that's the update. So the baby has been found, and the uncle is actually asking for a DNA test, which I think is the right thing to do, is for us to be sure if it's really the baby, especially for the fact that they said the baby was a newborn baby before this person took the baby. So yeah, we'll just be following this closely and see what comes up with it. But at the end of the day, I also like to encourage people, each and every one of us, to be kind to one another. Although someone had committed a crime, this can also be linked to the fact that sometimes society can be pushy on women to give birth, especially if they're married for a period of time. Give birth. Why are you not giving birth? Why are you not giving birth? And forgetting that it takes two people to actually make a baby. So sometimes it might not be entirely the woman's fault, but that pressure that we put on women mostly must have led this person, I'm not making excuses for her, she must face the law, but it must have led her to also go out there and pick up someone's baby. From what we are hearing, she pretended to be pregnant and then call her sister that, oh, I've given birth, only to end up stealing someone else's baby. So please, let's be kind to people out there. Anyway, let's go straight into the next one. Russian constitution supersedes Ghanaian extradition treaty, and that is coming from the Russian ambassador. And this has to do with the issue of, the Russian man that came into the country and made some videos and put it out there on social media or internet platforms, and these videos were somewhat sexually explicit, which is not supposed to be done without the consent of these victims. He didn't only do it just in Ghana, but he also did some in Kenya. But that of Ghana had actually erupted on the internet and caused everyone to be talking about it, and this has to do with the issue of consent. Are we respecting consent? Do we understand the laws that constitute of consent when it comes to cyber security? Anyway, Sam George had actually spoken about it before.
So yesterday there was a press conference, a joint press conference between Sam George and also the gender minister, that is Agnes Namo-Mollate, Dr. Agnes Namo-Mollate, and in that press conference a number of things were said, but we have except from what happened at the press conference yesterday. Let's bring you that, and definitely we will tell you what the general public is saying about that.
The non-consensual sharing of the videos that were posted online, that is a crime. The non-consensual sharing of the videos that were posted online, that is a crime.
Okay, so this is actually the old video that Sam George had to react to it, and yesterday that particular press conference that was held at the Communications Ministry together with Sam George and Agnes Namo-Mollate went a long way for the actions that the government of Ghana would take to ensure that these individuals who found themselves in the video are, one, giving some sort of counseling. That is what came from the gender minister, that is Agnes Namo-Mollate. Also, Samuel Nate George sent a word of caution to people that do not share the videos or images of these victims, do not share, do not download, and do not even try posting them, because the law can come after you if you do so. You know, these people, in a way, they're sort of vulnerable. So this is the stage that we would have to also assist them and help them. So that's what transpired, and it looks like the law of the land is actually trying to work on it.
I think the word is not just enough. It's about enforcing it, because all of us social media, we have bloggers that are putting it out there. We have websites that are actually putting out these videos out there. They're hunting for the videos, looking for the videos, and putting it out there just to get some traffic to their website, which I think it's not fair. And also, I feel like everybody needs to understand how consent works, and not just how consent works, also the cyber security laws when it comes to these issues, and also sharing of certain content. A lot of people do not understand this. A lot of people do not see the crime in it. So yes, not just talking about it, but someone should be made an example. There are so many bloggers that have posted this. They should be made an example. It's still on their pages. It's still on their pages as we speak now. So it's not just about talking. We can see them. Arrest one of them.
So that's it. We'll be monitoring keenly what the government will be doing. Mind you, the minister met the Russian ambassador on February 18 to demand action, but the Russia cited its constitution barring extradition of citizens. Ghana turned to Interpol for help if he travels while in Kenya, and investigations are also ongoing into the whole issue. So for now, the government of Ghana is working around the clock to ensure that these individuals who became victims of what the Russian man did are given the best of counseling, or they are also helped. Anyway, let's bring you the video of the day.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
You know, some dreams can be real sometimes. So one of that, maybe you are dreaming that you're kicking a ball, but maybe you're kicking your partner or bed. Anyway, just to put smiles on your face. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we have interesting conversations for you on the show today, and we'll be visiting a community close to you, and we bring you that issue within that community. So stay with us here on Breakfast Daily. We'll be back with more.
Are you ready to revolutionize the future of agriculture? The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in partnership with the Ghana Exim Bank, proudly presents the Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026. The fair will feature exhibitions, market linkages, masterclasses, and workshops on climate-smart farming, digital tools, and export development. Join us at the Black Star Square from March 17 to March 19 at 9 a.m. each day. The President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, will be assisted by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, the Honorable Elizabeth Ofusui-Jari, and the Chief Executive of the Ghana Exim Bank, Honorable Sylvester Adina Mensah, to open the fair. Government agencies, agrotech firms, startups, farmers, financial institutions, and the general public are all welcome. To exhibit or for inquiries, call 0559 679326 or 0242 585419. Ghana Agrotech Fair 2026, transforming agribusiness through local innovation and technology.
Watching DSTV means getting the TV you love, but staying connected means getting something extra.
Stunning.
Extra matches, extra dramas, the best local and the world's biggest. Extra laughter, music, movies, and extra vim.
I love it.
Just stay connected or reconnect and get upgraded to the next higher package at no extra cost. Charlie, we got you. Keep watching. Get more with DSTV.
All I wanted is to be part of a real family. I thought you were kind.
Akule, I offered you money, got you a hotel for a few nights. That was the best I could do.
I wanted little dignity and shelter. I promised I wouldn't speak of that night. I promised I would help around the house. You know, cook, wash, keep quiet, and I met it.
You make it sound so simple.
It was simple until you made it complicated.
Aquile pregnant for you? Fifi, I didn't say she was pregnant for me. All I said was she was pregnant.
She said you know who the father of that child is. And we both know what that means.
Any problem?
No, Your Highness.
Good. Then continue your royal duty with gratitude.
Permission to resign.
Denied.
The Blankstons, coming soon on Channel 1 TV.
Too much.
Sweetroot Secondary School invites all alumni and stakeholders to the 67th anniversary and homecoming celebrations. It's happening from Friday the 20th of March to Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. On Friday, How I Got There, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Year groups check-in and roll call. Gary Sockings competition, cadet course ceremony from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. All students convoy, drive to Swesco, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Candlelight procession from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Welcome cocktail with alumni and staff of the school. Meet and greet with Kompa Band performing live at the forecourt of the school complex from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday, speech and prize giving day from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. All year groups lunch from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Alumni dance party from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. On Sunday, anniversary Thanksgiving service at 8 a.m. A great opportunity to reconnect with your old mates. Contact your year group president now. Semper Cum Optimus, always with the best.
On this happy trip back.
Feel the energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Bankia Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the Afro Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
Grateful that you stayed with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. And I told you that right after the break, we'll be having interesting conversations here on the show. When last did you hear from the Ghana Library Authority? I'm sure it's been maybe some long time, but it's very functional and a number of things are going on there. There is an event that will be held that will happen tomorrow. And this will happen at a GHAL main auditorium from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that has to do with languages preserved on pages. In studio, we have Oswell, who is joining us. He's the coordinator for the language preserved on pages. Thank you so much for coming. Always a pleasure. And we also have Ziblim Al-Hassan, who is the acting executive director for the Ghana Library Authority. Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Thank you very much for having me this morning.
That you've been able to join us. First of all, let me ask you, how is the authority faring?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. Let me first and foremost thank your media house for giving me the opportunity to share this your prime time this morning with you. The media is the authority is doing very, very, very well. Just that I say as a state, we have not given its fair share of resources and support that is required. Being the second oldest institution in Ghana, playing a very pivotal role when it comes to literacy promotion and lifelong learning in this country, we have over the years neglected it. Thankfully, this time around, under the reset agenda of the President Mahama, a lot is changing under authority, and then we are lifting the authority to where it's supposed to be.
Wow, wow. How many libraries do we have now?
Currently, we're operating about 140 libraries across the nation. Yes, about 140 libraries across the nation. And they are all working actively, serving patrons in all parts of Ghana.
Wow. And how many libraries are you bringing on board now? You have the 140. Are you adding additional ones?
Our focus now is to up the quality of the current library stock that we have. Whilst we try to provide for regions without library. You know, the former government created 6 new regions. None of them has a regional library. Okay. So we are working hard under the Ministry of Education to ensure that we provide library for those regions as well. Apart from that, there are over 150 municipal assemblies in this country that do not have community libraries. True. So this is our main focus for now. There's a lot to be done. And then, you know, we work with the budgetary limitations currently. So, but we are planning to ensure that we collaborate with like-minded institutions who will help us to ensure that we take this critical service to where it's supposed to be across this country.
Very important. Also, let me come to you. The event that will be happening tomorrow, Languages Preserved on Pages. What's it about?
So I think the names are just what it means. It's supposed to commemorate International Mother Language Day, which will be on 21st. That is every 21st. UNESCO has set aside to remind the whole world that, listen, you must make sure that your language do not run into extinct. Because the very time the language dies, the people are dead. And so one good thing is, no Bureau of Ghana Languages have been doing over the years, but it is a wish and dream of UNESCO that more other people, more stakeholders will be on board to create a sensitization loudly. And then thankfully the library, Ghana Library Authority, beyond promoting reading, is tasked with the mandate of preserving our national heritage.
Beautiful.
And language is intangible heritage, intangible arts. So they got support from Creative Art Agency to do this because that's literary art positioning. So, okay, what role will the Ghana Library Authority play in the preservation of languages? And so that came about this event, that language is preserved on pages, in fact, ever flipping pages. And the focus here is to look at how we translate well-known works by our literary legends into Ghanaian languages as a way to entice people to want to read. Because if you have read Master Brewer by Professor Lado Wosono and you loved it, and you are told that it is in different languages, you want to see it in your language.
Exactly.
So that is a way to call them to come and read it. And once the books are being archived, the languages are as well archived. So this is what the Ghana Library Authority sought to use its mandate to help in the sensitization, preservation, and promotion of the language. Yes, thus we have languages preserved on pages.
It's very important because at a point where we want to see the local languages being taught in various schools, the Twi, the Ga, the Hausa, the Ewe, and all that. But is Ghana Library Authority attaching some technology?
For sure. We are in a technology era.
Okay.
So you cannot achieve your mandate these days without applying technology to what you do. Even the technology will not is not the be all when it comes to meeting our GDs and then our responsibility as an authority. But you must employ technology. It helps you to reach wider patrons. I mean, some people are not able to visit the physical libraries. Just as I mentioned that there are about 6 regions without regional libraries and about over 100 assemblies without libraries. Technology, if you deploy some resources through technology, they can access it wherever they are, where they have access to internet, which is also a challenge in Ghana. There are a lot of rural communities that internet connectivity is not reliable. So it is not the only way that they can access information. That's why you still have to have physical library facilities for those who cannot have reliable internet service to be able to go into the library and access resource material. But in technology is very important. It is very critical. It will allow us to reach a wider coverage of people and even employ new and innovation ways of reaching out to our kids.
Wow.
You know, these days, kids, it's technology that drives them a lot.
Wow.
So, and we have an issue with foundational literacy and foundational reading. You have to use technology to attract them.
Yeah.
To be able to, under your monitoring and guidance as parents. If not, you know, if you give kids this technology devices without monitoring or guiding them, it takes them somewhere else.
It's true.
So you must monitor and ensure that they are using it for the purpose you are providing.
We actually need a lot more time to have conversation on your sector. So we are saying it on record. We will bring you again in studio and have a detailed conversation with you on the Ghana Library.
I'm reading
in that particular sector. But also, let me finalize with you. When is this event happening? Is it free or is it ticketed? And also at the time and all other information that you want to give to the viewers concerning this event.
Sensitization program, so there's no way it could be ticketed. In fact, we want people to come. I think in previous times it's going to open up more. And I want to just run through the modality a bit, then I come to it's going to happen at the main conference hall of the Ghana Library headquarters, Ghana Library Authority headquarters, which is just behind the Supreme Court. And it's free. And then we're going to have its conversation. We have Professor Avia Nso from University of Education, Winneba, who is a language expert. We have the Riches in Fio coming, who is a special aide to the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Creative Art, and then a policy expert. And we have Dr. Sarah Dogbaji, who is a literary advocate, a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana School of Performing Arts, going to zoom in into Professor Ladis Wosono's works that have been translated into 15 Ghanaian languages.
Beautiful.
And we'll see how that plays a role in the preservation and promotion of Ghanaian languages. And amidst that, we're going to have performances of these poems. And then we have another person who has translated the national anthem into different Ghanaian languages. We're going to have a big experience of that one as well. And then we're going to have one-on-one with Professor Lado Wosono, what he thinks about the work that has been done. And most importantly, we want to see one of the benefits of the work that has been translated. You know, in Accra, when it's time for Ghanaian languages, the material we use here is different from the material that is used in the northern region, in the eastern region. So now that a work like this has been translated across the learnable languages, We want to see if WAEC or GS will have to adopt it, so that if we are doing master brewer in Accra, it's the same master brewer in other regions. So that is a square platform. So this is throwing one stone to kill multiple birds.
So this is happening tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
10 to 1 p.m.
And I can see the face of the Deputy Education Minister.
This is the distinguished auspices of the Ministry of Education. And so, the minister is unavailable. So you have to assign the deputy minister. And they have keen interest. Not just him, we have the technical advisor to the minister also being around.
Beautiful.
And then the country representative of UNESCO. It's a UNESCO day. And then we have the Secretary General of Ghana Commission for UNESCO. All of them gracing this.
Thank you so much, Oswald Okainte, who is the coordinator for the languages preserved on Pages event that will be happening tomorrow, and also Ziblima Hassan, who is the acting executive director for the Ghana Library Authority. Make sure that you pass by tomorrow and try and learn something. But we will bring the executive director back in studio and have a detailed conversation with him. For now, though, we would have to move into a community in the Central Region. Our Central Regional correspondent, Akwesi Ado, filed a report from one of the communities there, and that highlighted infrastructural deficit within one of the schools there.
Nearly a month after a heavy rainstorm hit parts of the community, the kindergarten and primary 1 block remains without a roof. Half of the structure was completely ripped off. Since then, children as young as 5 have been studying beneath trees on the school compound.
The situation is very critical now because we don't have any extra classroom or school block for them. So they sit under the tree. Reported the situation or the building to the district chief executive and the NADMO director. So they sent some of them to come and check it out, but we didn't hear any response for them. As you can see, we want them to help us to roof the building.
Each morning, pupils carry desks from other classrooms and arrange them under limited shade before lessons can begin. School authorities say the situation exposes them to danger. A few days ago, one child reportedly broke a leg after falling while moving furniture. Poor weather conditions also disrupt academic activities.
I'm stranded. I'm happy. Because Andrew na nsuna eto no kra no na yema no kro no eyamiansa na nsanwade ne school ni si nti nsuna eto no Andrew anape kra mama no ntuma ma school because nsuna hwe mo school atena for him.
The school, which serves about 180 pupils from Enyan Nsanwade, Budukwa and Eduakrum, currently has only 6 teachers. Some classes have been merged following the storm damage and the earlier collapse of the JHS block nearly 15 years ago, further disrupting academic work.
We had no JHS block, so we combined them, 2 classes, two in one. And that is how we are managing it.
Aside a 3-unit classroom block built under the HIPIC program in 2002 for the upper primary section, most of the school's infrastructure has been constructed by non-governmental organizations. Community members say repeated appeals for support have gone unanswered.
Transfer education was a co-council. So I'm a friend now Gundia saying no school. You shoot out there we now could feel by force. How papa and so mama are buying a strap in the modding. You are out of force
Meanwhile, the Central Regional Education Directorate says several basic schools in the region require an urgent intervention to address infrastructural issues.
So when we talk about infrastructure, it is a challenge. We have also furniture problem in both the basic schools as well as the SHS, with beds being an issue. In some communities too, we like Mori, I was the district director there. Some of the schools are running shift system and it is not helping. You go and look at the number of students that are there, plenty, but we don't have that. And I think Kaswa too, because it's a dense populated area.
So that's the issue at Enyan in Sawaze Basic School in the Central Region. We understand that the GSS block actually got collapsed 15 years ago, and also what we saw there affects the kindergarten and I think the nursery, and that has been they have been learning under trees for the past 1 month. But the man who filed the report, Kwesi Addo, is joining us live so that we have detailed conversations on this and also bring in the authorities what they are doing about the situation. Kwesi, good morning.
Morning.
Okay. So when you visited the area, their backstory to this, what exactly did they tell you? So after the roof got ripped off following a rainstorm, what has been the conversation they've been having with the authorities, and what have the authorities been telling the management of the school?
Okay, Philip, thank you very much. So it's been over 1 month since the roofing of this classroom block was ripped off, and local authorities, most especially traditional leaders, have informed the assembly and then the district education directorate. But the issue is that according to them, the two offices keep tossing them around. So they would go to the education directorate, and then they would be referred to go to the district assembly. They will go there, and then the assembly would also refer them to the district education directorate. So they are confused. But let me also add that the district NADMO directorate has been there to conduct an assessment of the disaster. But authorities are yet to take steps to remedy this situation, Philip.
So as we speak, the affected pupils, how many are they?
I cannot put a figure to the affected pupils, except to say that this classroom block served the kindergarten department and then the primary 1 class. So 3 classrooms have been affected as we speak now. And so these classes now the pupils have to have their studies under trees on the school compound, and it is not conducive.
At all.
So when there is any sign of bad weather, when it appears that it could rain, classes would have to come to an end. And then in the afternoon, when the sun becomes too hot, it means that school would have to be closed just so these people can go back home. And then apart from that, in the morning, when these children as young as 5 report to school, they have to conduct a very daunting task. They convey decks from the other classrooms to beneath the trees, and then when school closes, they would have to do that same exercise. One parent told me that his son went to school and then came back home with a broken ankle because during that moment when they were carrying the desk, he slipped and fell, and then the desk fell on his leg.
Wow, that's actually very unfortunate. But then, have they reached out to authorities, and if they have, what has the authority told them?
Great, so they have. Just as I mentioned earlier on, the district chief executive for the area, and according to the chief of the Nsanwazi community, Nana Ekuban, he told me that when he went to the DCE, the DCE referred him to the education directorate. He went to the education directorate, and then he was referred back to the DCE, and so they are confused. They do not know which particular authority should take responsibility in ensuring that they are able to fix the roof of this classroom, but just so these children who we describe as future leaders would have a befitting or comfortable place to study from.
All right, so obviously that means the children are not even getting the adequate time of study they are supposed to get in some days because weathers can change, right?
Exactly. So on that particular day when I visited this school, it was the day after a rainfall, and then I was told that that previous day when it rained, it brought academic activities to a complete halt. And then even the day after, some parents did not allow their children to come to school because they didn't have a fine weather. It took me about 3 hours in the school. So I arrived there around 8 when classes are supposed to begin. And by 10, we had already changed location for about 3 times. So you can imagine the official classes hours for the GAS ends around 1:30 in the afternoon. So if by 10 they had changed location for 3 consecutive times, then it tells you that it may be more for a typical academic day.
Wow. So we also know that there is some sort of merging going on. So because of the infrastructure not being enough, some classes are being merged, and that is also having a toll on them, some sort of congestion. What more can you say about this?
Okay, so Philip, before I come to that, let me mention that this particular classroom block we're speaking about was not constructed by government. It was donated to the community by an NGO. There is another block. It's also a 3-classroom block. It's uncompleted. It was also donated to the community by an NGO. The only government-funded block available to the school is another 3-unit classroom block, which was constructed in 2002 under the HIPIC benefit. And as I speak with you now, the columns and then the beams are showing visible cracks. It means that that particular building is also not safe. Now, let me take you back to 15 years ago. A similar disaster occurred in the community. So the entire JHS block collapsed completely. The community leaders took steps to inform authorities 15 years down the line. That place where the JHS school building stood has now turned into a farm. There has not been any step taken to reconstruct that JHS building. And so a number of the classes have not been merged. So what it means is that if class 1 and class 5 are merged, it means that when you come to school between 8 a.m. and then 1:30, we would have to split the time. We conduct lessons for primary 4, then we come back to conduct classes for primary 5. So this is the situation that the people have been dealing with for the last 15 years.
Wow. I would say thank you so much for your time reporting to us on that issue from the Enyan Nsawaze Basic School in the Central Region. We also understand that this school is within the constituency of the Finance Minister, that is Honorable Atufos, and so why not? He would want to also pay attention to what is happening within the school. And if what is supposed to be done for the students is done, or the pupils, the better, because we will tell the story and we also empower the change that is needed. Like what Akwesi said, the management of the school has reported to the authorities. The authorities and also even the traditional authorities have also waded into the conversation, but they are not finding a solution to the problem. And like you also stated, now the children or the pupils have been left to under the mercies of the weather. So if it's about raining, that means school would come to a halt, or even if the place is too hot, they wouldn't be able to bear the brunt of the weather condition. I'd wanted to ask him about what the teachers are facing when it comes to this, and has it actually affected the number of teachers who are actually willing to come back to school? To teach in the school. And you find 1, 2, 3 teachers who are very passionate about the job and would want to assist the pupils or the students of this school, but also the right environment must be created so that they can be able to give off their best in this situation. So this is what is happening at the Enyan Nsawaze Methodist Basic School in the Central Region. And even what worsens the whole issue is that there was a building like that 15 years ago, and that has led to the junior high school level also having issues like that. So maybe the Ghana Education Service would have to check this. The Ministry of Education will also have to check this, because these are some of the things that when we do, we try and bring your attention to. Not that a lot more aren't happening, they are, but when we highlight these stories, then you tend to also give you that mindset that, hey, we will have to work on this school, we will have to work on that school. We will be monitoring keenly what will be happening, because if we get a better environment for these pupils or students to learn is actually going to also impact or have a positive toll on their studies. Yes, and also their grades and all that. So
it's quite unfortunate.
It should really be checked on, so that we see how best we will see what is going to happen. But this is coming from the Enyane in Sawaze Methodist Basic School. Chris, your brief comments, then we can take a break.
It's actually quite unfortunate that these children have to go through this. I mean, look at their faces. These are toddlers. These are babies. You understand? And if this is what is going to be introduced to them as education, then I think we have a serious problem, because this can also deter some people as they grow up. They don't want to go to school again.
Yeah, I would want to enter into another trade that is going to take me off school.
I want to do something else if this is what they're saying at this age, because school at this age is actually supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting. This is when your brain is still forming. This is your the time you experience all the fun things when it comes to learning. Do you understand? So I really feel for them and wish that this was not really happening to them, and honestly pray that something can be done about it. And like we said the other day, it's 2026, and thinking about children studying under trees in 2026, that's a problem.
And that's what is happening.
That is
it's so obvious that it hasn't gone anywhere. It hasn't ended. It's still happening in our various communities. So, like we keep saying here, we will definitely be bringing stories.
I mean, look at them. They're wearing nice sneakers, nice sandals. They're wearing socks. They have their school bags, and they dress nicely.
They are ready for school.
You understand? They dress nicely, come to school just to sit under a tree
and learn, because this has happened over a month and we haven't seen any action. So we will be following up keenly, like we keep saying here, to find a lasting solution to this particular issue, and also we'll be entreating the authorities. Well, the finance minister, you also want to wade into the conversation, because that's your constituency, so that the solution will be found for the Enyanis. That was a basic school in your constituency. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, definitely we have more for you on Breakfast Daily.
We are gearing up for the trip of a lifetime. Heritage Caravan 2026. From 1st to 8th March 2026, 8 days, 14 regions, 1 legendary caravan. We're touring Ghana in the most spectacular way on the Heritage Caravan, exploring the beauty, history, and stories that make our nation unique. Rolling out from Greater Accra through Eastern and OT, up north to the Northern and Upper East, and all the way to the Western region, hitting iconic destinations across Ghana. The Heritage Caravan 2026 will be fun, educative, refreshing, and most of all, remarkable. Stay connected. Follow Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM across all social media platforms for updates, and join the conversation using the hashtag Heritage Caravan 2026. The Heritage Caravan 2026 is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from City FM.
And it's proudly sponsored by Holland Insurance, Piva Beverages, Omni Basic Bank, Caveman Watches, Gino, Didi Shito, Goyle, Minimi Achumo, and Admi Granite Paste. And it's supported by Nanes Rice.
Heritage Caravan 2026. Experience Ghana like never before.
Abstain. Why abstain? I have been seeing through your shenanigans all night. I thought I told you that I didn't want to see that girl in this house again.
A mixed bag of emotions and incidents, Ghanaian family and intergenerational drama. Some not so good.
That boy, that womanizer. You are old enough. I would like you to man up.
In other cases, not so bad.
So does he see in her that he's not seeing in me?
Look at me!
Eugene and Anekio made a choice.
You won't believe what Pam and Anekio have done to me. Watch out for So So, a brand new series from GH Media Productions. So So, Thursday at 7:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello everyone, it's Doctor in the house and you are welcome. My name is Chris Carter, and of course if you're just joining us for the first time, this is the show I like to call the consultation before the main consultation. You get to know so many things about your health and also how to take care of yourself or how to manage some certain conditions that you might be going through or conditions that you have heard of before. So that's why it's called the consultation before the main consultation. I also like to add, like it's like a mini medical school. You might not get the degree, but you get to know a lot of things when it comes to this show and when it comes to your health. So today we're going to be talking about our eyes. I'm sure you're wondering, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about our eyes, and everyone has an eye. And these days, sometimes when we wake up, the first thing that we reach out for is our phones, You start pressing your phone from the morning. Some people even forget to pray. They go straight to their phones, and the phone has become part of us. In fact, the digital lifestyle has also become part of us, and we really can't do much about it. But somehow it affects our eyes in so many different ways. And we have Dr. Augustine Derry in the house, who's going to be taking us through all this. He is a GOA 2024 Best Optometrist, Fellow of the American Academy of Optometry, and works with the Third Eye and Vision Center. Yeah, that used to be a place I used to do my eye test. So yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. Anyway, Dr. Derry, you're welcome.
Thank you, Christy.
It's been long.
Yes, it's been a while.
But it's 2026 and you're back to the house with us, and we're excited.
With, a lot of energy.
And we hope you stay.
I am here to stay.
All right, so let's get straight into it. We're going to be talking about digital lifestyle and eye strain. So obviously, if you're watching us right now and you have any questions when it comes to digital lifestyle and eye strain, let us know. Send it via the WhatsApp number and we will get to ask the doctor the questions. All right, Doc, let's get straight into it. Yeah. What is digital eye strain?
Okay, well, digital eye strain is just a term that we use to refer to a group of conditions that are associated with prolonged use of, the computer, the screen, like these electronic gadgets that have the screen, the computer, the smartphone, the tablet, and all of that. We also call or term them computer vision syndrome. So you see that digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome. Yes, that's basically what it is. Yeah.
So it seems like more people these days are actually experiencing some discomfort. So why are more people actually experiencing this discomfort when it comes to this issue?
Okay, this is a very good question. Well, it's so obvious that, see, you're using what? A tablet, you're using a phone. You even have another screen here.
Screen on my phone. Yes. When I go upstairs, I
have going to use another screen.
Yeah.
The most. This is something that we cannot really avoid because of advancement in technology and ways of doing our work. So, a lot of people now are exposed to these screens, especially those who work in the bank as well. Places like the bank, IT. They use the screens a lot, and this exposure has increased. If you look at past times and now, people now use the screen at least, say, 6 to 8 hours in a day. Yeah, that's a lot of screen time.
That's like your whole working hour.
Yes, average working time. Somebody may not even be working, but he's on his phone.
True.
If you check your phone statistics, you see that, you use the screens a lot, and these actually cause a few problems, and I can maybe break them down a bit and we see. So Christy, you see, when you are reading, this is what happens in your eyes.
I'm scared already.
No.
Already because I'm addicted to my phone and screens. So, okay, let's do it.
Just the simple mechanism of normal reading.
Okay.
It's tablet, book, whatever it is you are reading. If the object is close to you, your eyeballs move slightly inward.
Can you feel it?
You can. I mean, if you bring it close enough, you then start to feel that strain. But most times you don't. It's unconscious. But then your eyeballs would have to move slightly inwards because the two eyeballs have to see almost same images for good processing.
Right.
And that requires muscular effort. You know, there are some muscles. Yeah, the eye has a lot of
requires
wonders.
muscular effort.
Yes, there are muscles that help us to move our eyes. Wow. So let's say there's a muscle at this side. So if I want to look this way, that muscle will pull the eyeball that way.
Right.
And then this way. So if I'm going to look close, the two eyeballs coming in, there is that muscular effort. So if I'm holding it this straight for a long time, you can liken it to maybe holding a cement block just like this for some minutes. At a point in time, you start to feel tired.
Right.
So there's that muscular strain. That's one aspect. There's another muscle strain. Let me give you a word. You want to go to school, so
yes, let's go.
We call it accommodation.
Accommodation.
Accommodation is simply the process that the eye goes through to make images clear. Let me make it easier. You see, when we are in class, the projector projects something on a screen. Sometimes the projector image is not very clear, so we have to fine-tune it.
Yes.
That happens in the eye. We call it accommodation. It also uses muscles.
Okay, so when you say we have to fine-tune it, is that when we
blink?
We blink?
No, it's an automatic response. You don't really think much about it. Yeah. I just have to look at you or look far away or look close, and then that readjustment keeps taking place all the time.
Like a camera?
Yes, like a camera.
Like a camera lens?
Yes, like a camera lens, exactly.
Yeah, you're trying to get your focus.
Yes.
So it can get blurry, it can get
blurry, it can get clear. But in normal circumstances, we are able to do it without any problem. If you are using a computer screen, there you go again, sustained muscular effort. So the muscles pulling the eyeballs together, 1. 2, the muscles trying to keep the image clear for a long time. Then again, your blink rate reduces.
True.
You realize when you're watching a movie that is so interesting, action, you don't remember that you are even blinking. So averagely, a human being will blink, say, 15 to 20 times a minute, averagely. Can you believe that this blink rate will drop to like 5 to 7 times?
True.
Yeah.
True.
So when that happens, it means that the blink that is supposed to lubricate the surface of the eye, our eyes are never very dry, naturally. Why you look so guilty?
You know, I'm so guilty. When you say our eye are never dry, I have dry eye syndrome.
Well, yes. So if the lubrication is not good, not frequent, not enough, it also affects tear film stability. So your eyes dry out. And this is where people feel like their eyes are burning.
Yeah.
You know, then
it actually burns, and you know, you have to, especially when I'm watching a movie or working for a long time.
Working for a long time.
Catch myself, and then I go, I start trying to blink.
Yes. So these are, what you are explaining is one of the signs of this digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome. Your eyes start burning. You start feeling the strain in your eye. Your eyes get red. Another one is that, you know, when your vision starts to fluctuate a bit, like you look at it, is it 8 or 0?
Yeah.
You know,
that's another
one. That strain setting in because your muscles are getting tired. Some will have some sort of mild headache as well. These and like there are many other associated symptoms.
Yeah. So now we are talking about screen time and all that. What is the right amount of hours that we should be on our screen?
This is a very difficult question, actually, because let me twist it a bit. Okay. The main problem lies in the prolonged continuous use.
Okay, so it's not about the hours.
Yes, I would prefer that the hours is reduced, especially when it comes to children. We can talk about that too. Especially when it comes to children, because they're still developing, their eyes have to develop. But the prolonged use is what leads to these symptoms that you feel. They are very preventable. So it's very helpful to do maybe very frequent short breaks. there's something that we call the 20-20-20. Oh, you are smart. Very smart. So.
Oh, no, because I was told that when I went to do the test.
Okay.
You know, like, so after that test, that's when I was now referred to your place. To do further tests. Yeah. And they just realized, look, you know what? It's just dry eye syndrome. And these are the problems she has.
And it really helps. I mean, if you are doing any labor of any kind, and you take frequent breaks, you can last longer than doing it for a long period before taking a break. You know, so 20-20 rule simply says after every 20 minutes, take 20 seconds, 20-second break. Looking, we say 20 feet away, but in Ghana we don't really measure in feet. So 20 feet is equivalent to 6 meters.
So basically, that's taking your head off the screen and look at something else.
Look far away.
Yeah.
Just look far away for like 20 seconds, and then I'll add my own. We can blink, intentionally blink a few times.
I have to blink because if the eye drop is not there, I have to blink.
Yeah, and that's very uncomfortable. I mean, when your eyes dry out. So when you do that, you realize that your symptoms begin to subside or go all together. You don't have the eye strain, the redness in your eye reduces, the blurred vision, fluctuating vision.
I go blur.
You go blur.
I go blur.
Yeah.
Like I can't see the screen.
It's because you are doing it too much.
And on top of it, I'm also like far-sighted. So when you put this here, I can't see anything. So when you put it close to me, I can't see anything. I'm one of those people that really like an old woman.
Now that you even mention it, these symptoms I've mentioned will also even be, I want a smaller word, more exacerbated. It's heightened or worsened.
We are learning. It's cool.
Yes, it's worsened when you also have other eye issues. For example, you are long-sighted.
Yeah.
You are short-sighted. There's another one we call presbyopia.
It's not like the myopia.
There's a huge argument, but that one has to do more with age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you grow, the changes that occur in your eye that make it a bit difficult for you to read small print. That's presbyopia or astigmatism. You strain to see. All these things, you are already straining, and then you are adding more strain at the computer. And you see, this, whilst we are talking about the digital eye strain or computer vision syndrome, we don't classify it as a disease entity, though like a proper disease entity, but it causes lots of problems.
Can it cause permanent eye damage?
Not that I know of. But it can cause loss of productivity, work absenteeism. I mean, if you have issues with your eyes, you make mistakes at work. Yeah, imagine that you have to type a number and you type a different number. It can cause a whole lot of problems at work, you know, headaches, and I mean, yes. Wow. Yeah, so these are actually things that people should look out for, knowing that we do a lot of things on the computer. Now, when we come to, I was talking about children.
Yeah,
yes.
Children's very important.
Nowadays, you hear, I mean, mothers come in, or a child is crying, and go and watch CoComelon. Yes, and the child is quiet and happy and starts to, children that have come today, they are computer children. So you give them the phone, you give them the computer. But I want to let us know that screen time, screen exposure for children is not always the best. Actually, for younger children, this is my personal opinion, informed by my readings. I would not even do any screen time at all, except maybe say a video call from a relative, a friend, that kind of thing, that maybe the child has to call the father, they're on video call once in a while.
So would you rather say they watch TV than give them the phones?
Even TV, dependent. It shouldn't be too close to the child. And children should play. Play is very vital to a child's development.
Yes, true.
Because, for example, the eye, we don't know, I say it this way, we don't know how to do anything, we learn. So the eye learns to see as you grow. If I throw something at a child, and the child wants to hold it, the child may miss it the first few times. After a while, the child is able to fine-tune the catching process. That's because the brain, the feedback system, you know, I tried it, it was coming at this speed, this angle, I tried it didn't work. The brain fine-tunes with the eyes. You know, there's a whole learning process going on. So if you don't give your child the opportunity to explore, to play, to see different colors, you know, you're actually depriving the child of very good development that he or she would have. Yeah. So children that are younger, I said, let them get some sunshine. As well.
Some vitamin D.
Vitamin D. And interestingly, we learned that exposure, a little exposure to sunlight, the UV, also helps a bit with the development of the eye. Not too much, just enough. They don't have to play in the sun for just enough and regular. There is what we call the myopia pandemic.
Okay.
I'm not announcing the end of the world. Yeah, this says sadly that if you're not careful, by the year 2050, almost half, if not half of the population of the world will be short-sighted.
Yeah.
Short-sightedness means that if something is far away,
they can't see it.
You can't see it easily except it comes closer. And some of that is also because we are introducing children to these screens
very early.
Yes. Or letting them learn for extended hours because you want the child to be an A student or to be first all the time. So whilst the child is like this.
So this is what their eye is used to.
Exactly.
So the eye becomes used to seeing things.
So the brain begins to calibrate for this distance because this is what I mostly need. I don't really need a far world.
I see the far world. I can't see this.
The near world.
Yeah.
That's different. So most of the world is getting more myopic. And that's grave concern. Yeah. So parents should really watch out for, their children, minimize screen time as much as possible. If it is necessary, yes, but supervise it so that they don't overuse or abuse the screens.
I like the fact that we're talking about this, especially links to children, because it seems like although parents think that's an easy fix to maybe keep a child hyper focused on something else or focused on something else, it's not only causing problems with your mental state.
Yes,
now you've just showed us that it also affects the eye.
It affects the eye, and if it affects the eye, most of the learning we do is visual. So it will affect the child's learning as well.
Well, anyway, Doc, before we get to the next question, I have a question here from one of our viewers. He says, "Good morning, doctor in the house. I'm someone who spent a lot of time on my computer because of the nature of my job. I have noticed that my left eye sees better than the right one. Is this a problem?"
Okay, I don't know when he started noticing it, but once you notice that there's something away from the normal, then there should be a reason behind it. We could term the reason a problem. I think that you need an eye check, especially if this was not how it used to be. Yes, but there are other people too who sometimes have a problem. Both eyes are not seen equally, but they never know because they're using both eyes.
True.
So periodically, I would advise viewers
until you go to the hospital.
Or just close this eye, and then close this eye. So sometimes you may notice that my vision is the same, or there's a little difference in my vision.
Mine is the same.
All
right, so hi doctor, I spend about 12 hours on my computer daily. Some have recommended the photochromic glasses for me. Should I please visit the hospital first, or what should I do? Please help me out.
12 hours, that's a heavy user. I wonder what the person does.
Maybe
just a joke. Maybe the person monitors the traffic lights. The cameras all over the city.
Or probably a meteorologist have to,
that's a lot of screen time. For such a person, I will always advise you go and get your eye checked
first.
Get your eye checked first.
Photochromic glasses.
So talking about that prevention, how do we? That question just begs
this. It's about prevention.
Lenses are very good. We have what we call anti-reflective lenses. The photochromic lenses are a different thing altogether.
That's the one when you go outside it becomes darker.
Yes,
and the anti one is the Blu-ray.
Okay, so there's the anti-reflective coating and there's a blue light coating.
All right, explain.
So we'll break it down into two. With the anti-reflective coating, that's more general for light. It's good for the screen. Say light coming in. People you see a light coming from a point source and it's like the light scatters, or you have glare. The anti-reflective will help to to reduce some of these glare from the screen, from whatever you are looking out of. The blue light protection adds some extra comfort, because most of the light that will come from the screens is blue light. Yeah. And blue light is also high energy light. Yeah. You know, when you look at the rainbow, read over your geography books in vacation. From the red, orange, you know, that whole spectrum, as I was mentioning, the light, red, orange, yellow, blue, the energy of the light is increasing, or some will say the frequency is increasing, the intensity. So blue light, the frequency of blue light, they are short wavelength light that have high energy, so it can cause fatigue in the eye more easily. So when we give these filters, it's a filter, the coating on the lens, a filter, so it will block the blue light from coming, and you feel far more comfortable at the PC.
I love it.
Oh, you do?
Oh, I love it.
It's good we have a testimonial here.
I love it so much.
You can have the normal.
Because when I go for my glasses and they just say, oh, you just need photochromic because I have issues with light.
With light, yes.
I said, no, add the blue one. Add the blue one because I'm always on my phone.
Yeah.
So I need the blue one for extra protection.
And apart from the lenses that you can have, I mean, the optometrist you see would determine what would be the best help for you. Yeah. But there are other things that we can also do.
What can we do?
A lot of these devices also have their settings.
Thank you.
Yes. So I think the Android, there's Eye Comfort or Eye Shield.
Eye Shield.
And then the Apple phone. I mean, you will find
the
settings.
Apple phone has True Color.
Yes.
And it also has a timing where you can dim the light.
Yes, the ninth. I think I have that, but I've forgotten. It's been a long time since I set it.
So that's the True Tone.
True Tone.
And we have the Night Shift.
Thank you.
And we have the dark mode for people that don't that have light problems.
Because there's people that, I mean, people who are sensitive to light, when they use the screens for a while, they can get headaches.
Yes.
And the headaches can even translate to migraines. You see, let me say this way.
So all that is part of the symptoms.
Yes.
So the people sensitive to light.
Yes, being sensitive to light can be part of it. See, it's a whole group body, I love the organization of symptoms and signs that arise as a result of the prolonged use of these devices.
Wow. So for me, like all my apps now are in night mode.
Okay.
Because of this issue. So you see my screen is always dark.
So you realize it's more comfortable.
It's more comfortable than, you know.
And you become even more productive because you're not fighting the light to see what you're seeing.
Right. So we have one question here. Doctor in the house, I'm also someone that uses my phone I'm also someone, if my phone is so close to me, I don't really see the ratings unless I brighten my phone. The writings unless I brighten my phone.
Okay.
So is that
a male or female?
Yes, I don't know. I don't really know.
I was about to tease you. That could be your brother.
You know, we can't see.
Yes, if you are unable to read things that are close to you, there's a possibility that you are long-sighted. This is just possibility, or you have attained presbyopia. That's the age is causing changes.
Limit,
yes, so you should get it checked, because increasing the light before you see it, or going to the window, or some will have to enlarge
their fonts.
Yes, their fonts.
I see my friends enlarging their fonts, and I ask, are we at that age yet? Why is your font? Why is your font so high? Why is your font so big?
They are trying to fight.
I can see your screen, and I can read what.
They are trying to fight nature.
Oh my God!
If you are fond of increasing the font size on your phone, no, it's not normal.
Hey!
Stop being in denial.
The age has come.
Maybe age, maybe something else.
All right.
But let's have a check.
Okay, so now last one before we actually close. Screens before sleep. What are we supposed to do?
Oh, okay. Screens, interesting.
Or screens and sleep, like how does it affect our sleep?
Screen and sleep are not very good bedmates, you know. One thing, there's this that we call the circadian rhythm, okay? Your body prepares to sleep based on external factors in the environment, and your body wakes up the same based on external factors like light. So when we put off the light, we are actually telling our body that prepare to sleep.
Okay.
If you have the screen, then the light enters your eye. It tells the brain, no,
don't
wake
sleep.
up.
Wake up. Hey, so you're fighting.
Yes, so it becomes a confusing
yeah.
thing. So if you are observant, holding the phone for a while, you realize that you are sleepy, but you can't sleep.
Yes.
And when you sleep, the sleep quality is not the best because your body did not prepare well for sleep.
Okay.
I recommend that 1 hour, if you can't do 1 hour, 30 minutes a try before bedtime. Just get off the screens. And there's one other thing we should look at, especially those who work. It's called the ergonomics of your place. This is very, very important to help reduce the symptoms that you feel. Ergonomics simply means adjusting your workplace.
That's that?
Good. This is adjusting your workplace to fit the worker.
Right.
So the position of the computer, you should be seated upright, your feet down, about 90 degrees, feet flat on the floor, waist neutral position, chest up. Now, for the screen itself, it should be a little lower, maybe 10 to 20 degrees lower. Face you, not on the side, so that you have to turn your head so much. That will cause some more, strain.
Yeah.
Then again, your elbows, the hand, they can be at 90 degrees.
Right.
Straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way the table is set is the best position for good work. Use a screen that has very good screen resolution. It improves
your eye.
It reduces the strain that you have in your eye.
Right.
Yeah, the ergonomics is very important. And then the room, the ambient light should be good.
Should it be warm or cold?
Now, this is difficult for me to, I can just say it, but practically it's difficult for me to explain. It should be between 300 to 500 lux. That's the intensity of light, the unit we use.
So it shouldn't be too warm, it should be too cold.
It should be well lit.
Okay.
If you are using a screen, somebody may ask a question. I'm asking for someone. Doctor, can I watch TV with my lights off or movie with my lights off? It's recommended that the screen light should just be like the environment. It should balance out. Yes.
Okay. All right. So, Doc, we've come to the end, but someone just asked, please, are there any foods that can improve the overall health of your eyes?
Certainly.
What's the food?
You just eat a lot of fruits, dark green leafy vegetables. I say
your consommé.
Yes, dark green leafy vegetables. I studied, of course, in school we study ocular nutrition and ocular biochemistry. But at the end of it all, you realize that if you eat a good, healthy, balanced diet, it's good for the eye. The carrots, the palm oil, the orange. These things are just needed regularly. When we say it, a lot of people go and take a lot. No, you just need small. Frequently. The frequency
make it a lifestyle.
Yes, exactly. And exercise.
Yes,
exercise is very good for the eye.
It helps the eyes.
Yes. Exercise is very good for the eye.
Anyway, Doc, thank you so much. It's really nice having this conversation with you. And to everyone that sent in their messages, thank you for sending in your messages. But what is your tip for the week before we go?
Oh, that will be the 20-20-20 rule. It's simple.
Yeah. So someone asked, what's the exercise to help the eye? So
normal body exercise. But even the 20-20-20, I was talking about normal physical exercise, but 20-20-20 rule states that after every 20 minutes of continuous screen work, take a 20-second break. Looking 20 seconds, 20 feet away. Sorry. Yes, just that.
20-20 rule.
20-20-20.
All right. So Dr. Augustine Derry, GOA 2024 Best Optometrist, fellow at the American Academy of Optometry, and works with Third Eye Care and Vision Care, was the doctor of the day. And I hope you really enjoyed this. But how can people reach out, Doc?
So you can call Third Eye Care and Vision Center. I'll just say the number. But whilst I'm looking for it, you can just reach out on Facebook. My name is Augustine Derry. Instagram, and then TikTok, August Derry. So you can reach us on 0245 938389.
All right.
0245 938389.
Yeah, it's really nice doing this with you, Doctor. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. And now you know what to do, the 20-20-20 rule, because definitely we cannot do without the digital, because we're in a digital world right now. So at least let's try to incorporate the 20-20-20 rule in our lifestyle, and let's take care of ourselves. All right, this has been Doctor in the House. My name is Chris Carter. See you next week. This was a good this conversation.
This is the Upside Out Show. This is the Upside Out Show. This is the Upside Out Show. It's your favorite lifestyle show on TV. From exclusive interviews with your favorite personalities.
The child in me sometimes is quite predominant.
So hold on.
I hope you understand. And people misinterpret that. I'm a very calm person.
Okay. What's been keeping you busy now?
Staying out of trouble. That's keeping me busy.
So behind the scenes secrets that you haven't seen or heard anywhere else. Aha! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Here on the Upside Down Show is where it all happens. Today, people don't care about morals, people don't care about intentions, people don't care about anything. Your money can buy you any and everything.
But you will not last.
Really?
No, you will not last.
But if the person see the dead body,
I thought we'll catch you.
Catch the Upside Down Show every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV. Feel the energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Back Your Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the A4 Sutherland Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
All I wanted is to be part of a real family. I thought you were kind.
Akole, I offered you money, got you a hotel for a few nights. That was the best I could do.
I wanted little dignity and shelter. I promised I wouldn't speak of that night. I promised I would help around the house. Cook, wash, keep quiet, and I met it.
You make it sound so simple.
It was simple until you made it complicated.
Akole pregnant. For you? I didn't say she was pregnant for me. All I said was she was pregnant.
She said you know who the father of that child is. And we both know what that means.
Any problem?
No, Your Highness.
Good. Then continue your royal duty with gratitude.
Permission to resign.
Denied.
The Blankstons, coming soon on Channel 1 TV.
The vibe is too much.
Ago Ghana. This March, we don't just remember where we're from, we celebrate who we are. Our stories, our culture, our rhythm, our pride. And it all begins with an evening designed to set the tone for an unforgettable Heritage Month. Join us as we officially launch the Heritage Month 2026 in grand style, color, and culture. Date is Wednesday, 25th February 2026. The venue is the Channel 1 TV Gardens. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. It will be an evening of culture, conversation, music, fashion, and storytelling as we unveil the exciting lineup of events and programs specially curated for you this March. From powerful cultural experiences to engaging community moments to celebrations that connect generations. The Heritage Month 2026 promises something for everyone. This is more than a lunch. It's a gathering of cultural lovers, a meeting of tradition and modern expression, a night that sets the heartbeat for the month ahead. The Heritage Month Launch 2026. We will see you there. This event is strictly by invitation.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel One TV. And as you all know, the Heritage Caravan is drawing nearer and nearer
Closer
and
and
nearer.
closer.
And we are excited about this. And that's why we've been speaking to all the sponsors on this. And of course, you know, it's the 10th edition, and that means it's going to be more special. Yesterday, we spoke to ADME, Granite Paste, and today we are going to be speaking to the only bank in the group, in the WhatsApp chats.
Yeah.
Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Chidima Yankee, who's a group head, corporate and support services at Omni Basic Bank, and George Okanse, divisional head at Omni Basic Bank. So, yes, Omni Basic Bank in the house.
Yeah.
You are welcome.
Thank you. Wow,
very
interesting. Interesting. So this is your third time you are sponsoring.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you, why this time round? This is the 10th edition for the Heritage Caravan. Why are you sponsoring again?
Well, like I mean, we had a previous chat before the cameras came on, but this is a fantastic, innovative initiative. As a bank, we are not just another bank. We are also a Ghanaian bank. And what better way to project Ghana, the people, the culture, and the heritage, rich heritage for that matter. So it's, for us, it's a privilege, and we're very grateful to be a part of this.
Wow, interesting. Councillor, let me come to you. Now, let's understand the product you have at Omni Basic Bank, the things you are giving to the general public, and also then we'll get to know what the caravanites will benefit
from you.
So first, let's understand what Omni Basic Bank offers.
Thank you so much. So Omni Basic Bank, just a brief history, is a merged entity formed in 2017 following the banking sector consolidation. We are currently headquartered at Atlantic Towers Airport City, and we serve our customers through 40 branches across the country. In terms of product and services, we focus on households, individuals. Focus on firms, corporate. We focus on multinationals. So for products, we have accounts, service types. These are the current accounts, your usual corporate accounts, SME accounts. We also have card products. So we have a credit card, we have a prepaid card, we have a fuel card, as well as a debit card. In the digital space, we play heavily in that space as well. We have a mobile app. You can check balances, you can effect transfers on real-time basis. We have our internet banking, as well as our USSD code, the *788#. We also provide trade and treasury services. So whichever segment our customers play in, we have product and services tailored for their needs. Thank you.
Interesting. And your branches, where can someone say that I want to walk in and open my account at Omni Basic Bank? How does it work?
Yeah, we have 41 business locations spread across Accra, Tema, Koforidua, we're in the north, Tamale, we are in the west, Takoradi, we're also in the Ashanti region, Kumasi, we're in Sunyani, we're in Techiman. So yes, we do have some business location where you meet beautiful people.
Beautiful people.
Exactly.
I like the way you said that. Beautiful
people, and you get the best service.
Oh wow. So that means when you are on the caravan, you see your branches as you are passing by.
Exactly. We passed a couple of
Chidima,
those.
have you been on the caravan before?
Oh yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Which year?
That was 2 years ago. That's 2024.
2024.
Yes, March.
And what was your experience like?
It's an experience that you have to have. I mean, even though I can say a little bit about it, it can't be like you being on it. And it was exciting. I was on bus 2. They're fantastic people. My bus captain was Magdalene. Captain Magdalene. Hi. And we on the bus we had this slogan, Nipanya Kolasao.
Tourism is what?
You can imagine.
Tourism is what?
To what?
So Nipanya Kolasa, what's the meaning?
Oh, I mean, like Nipanya Kolasa, we are not small.
Oh, nice.
We don't small.
Also because she's kidding, I think she does.
We're not small. Like we really had fun. But beyond that, I mean, we visited some, I mean, places that you wouldn't see, you know, if you were not on the caravan. I remember the crocodile pond.
Oh, nice.
Paga, yes. We passed through Dakwema Palace in Tamale. It was fantastic. I mean, on that was Omnibusik Day, and just seeing everybody wearing your paraphernalia was fantastic. And we also went to Koforidia, and I was just saying it outside there that was the best experience. I mean, they catered for the food, in our stomachs as well as, you know, everything. And it was fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and we have great people. I mean, City FM, Channel 1, TV did fantastic. I mean, the organization was top notch.
That means all the caravanites who come on the strip must open an account with OmniBC.
Exactly, exactly. They must open an account. We would have our staff members on board, and we would love everybody to join not just another bank family.
Okay.
And we have some, I mean, interesting products. You see, there are products for the general public and products for caravanites.
Oh,
but
wow.
you can only be a caravanite to know it. So,
okay, hold on. Let me ask George if he knows the products for the caravanites. I'm sure you've not been on it before.
He wouldn't know. He's not on the caravan.
Oh, then tell us, what are some of the products for the caravanites?
Oh, we can't tell you now.
Oh, it's a secret.
It's a secret for the caravanites. But yes, so
these caravanites will enjoy.
Yes, they really would enjoy. Okay. And we have in addition to the products that we have for them, we even have our souvenirs that they will be, you know, having with them, and very quality things that they would love to keep as well. So.
Yeah, I've actually always been curious. OmniBisic, what's the basic? Like, is the word?
Good. So, like George said, it's a merger of two institutions, Omnibank and Banque Sahel Saharian, which we used to call Sahel Sahara Bank. So the basic is the French version of Sahel Sahara, yes. But it's a marriage. So.
Yeah. That's good.
Wow. So, George, how easy or difficult is it for somebody to open an account with OmniBisic?
Well, it's very easy. Across the branches and at the head office, we have relationship managers. You either walk into a banking hall to go through the process, or you reach out via contact center 24/7, and then we send a relationship manager to your end. So it really doesn't matter where you are in the country. Somebody will come to you to take you through the forms, the completion, what we require. And then, you know, we deliver your checkbooks, we set you up on internet banking, mobile app, and then you start, you know, doing banking. So it's as convenient as it comes. Yes.
And looking at this, are there maybe packages for maybe students? Because students who also want to maybe open an account with their outfit, or even market women and all that. How does that also reflect? How do you get them on board?
So for students, we actually have a Campus Connect initiative. It means that we are present on most campuses, if not all. At the start of every academic year, we set up tents. We have marketers, relationship managers at these various campuses, taking students through the account opening process. Students can actually also just walk in, but what we want to do is to take banking to them. Okay, so we show up. I mean, across all the universities we are present. We have some agencies in some of the universities as well. We started with Tech, so we are on the campus of Tech. We are exploring other campuses as well. So, you know, we just don't want to serve the high end, but, you know, those who are also getting into the starting their university career, we are also there. For the market, we also have branches around some market centers.
Exactly.
Accra Central, for instance, is deep in the heart of Accra. We have Adabraka. If you go to Kumasi, we have a lot of the KJTR. Kufuridia is inside the market, for instance. So we are dealing with everybody, and we understand the need of every segment of the market.
Wow.
Yes.
So Omni Basic is for everyone.
Yeah, no, it is. Exactly.
So make sure that you open an account with Omni Basic Bank today, which is very important.
Starting with you.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. We are on.
Oh, yes.
we don't have an option. We have to be on. So now she has told you all the exciting things on the caravan. Yes. You haven't gone before. If you should go, what are the things you'll be looking out for to enjoy?
Well, I unfortunately I haven't traveled much locally, right? So, you know, the conversation is to see whether I can join next year. But you know, hearing everything that Chidi has said, I think there's still time for me to join. This year.
Oh, right? I think it's fully booked.
No. I'm dropping somebody from our end. So
elimination by rough tactics.
Yes. I mean, it sounds very interesting.
Wow.
And for me, I want to jump at it even this year. So we'll see how it goes.
Wow. Okay. So actually, man, now that you've said all the good things, all the nice things, and all that means the next day you are here with us.
Of course.
Okay. And it's a 10th edition. You've said things that the Caravanites are going to enjoy. Maybe you want to reiterate some of the good things that the Caravanites will enjoy this one from 1st of March to 8th of March.
So like I said earlier, I mean, we'll have some people on board. So yes, they're going to enjoy personalized banking services. Good. We'll be there to provide advisory services, financial literacy. We'll be there with our cards, like you mentioned, prepaid cards and stuff like that. Our mobile app is absolutely seamless. We'll help them onboard them. And there are a few, you know, one-on-one conversations that people can have with us that ideally maybe you might not have had. We support businesses, particularly, you know, SMEs, and help to provide them with tailor-made customized services. So for instance, if you're looking at growing your business and you're looking to talk to a bank, you now have us with you for the long haul, and we can then curate something to meet your needs. So it's a privileged service, let me put it that way.
That's a good
I wish to be a caravan.
I know.
Anyway, God's time is the best.
God's
so
time
please
is the best,
sign them out so that they'll go in peace.
Yes, but just, you know, you mentioned that, I mean, and this is the 10th edition, and on Saturday, as Omni Basic, we also have the 10th edition of our health walk. So it's a 10-10 thing for two, you know, wonderful brands.
You mean this Saturday?
This Saturday, 21st, at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, and would love to invite you. I'd love to see you.
What time?
5:30 a.m.
5:30 a.m.
Yes, and well, the walk is about 10 kilometers. Yes,
I'm actually preparing for a 10-kilometer run, so yes, I love that.
Please, so come and practice with us. And it's open to the general public. It's free, and right after the walk, there's a mini fair. And it's also a way of, you know, having our customers and partners come to also showcase their products and services. And believe you me, FMCGs you want to be, they're there, automobile companies, you know, Ghana,
insurance,
made in Ghana, you know, products, health screening, everything. It's the biggest health walk in Ghana, by the way. So please, be there.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Chidima Braye Yankee, Group Head of Corporate and Support Services at Omni Basic Bank, and George Okanse, Divisional Head, Omni Basic Bank. It was really a nice conversation that we just had. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about the Heritage Caravan 2026 is the 10th edition. And yes, you just heard from Omni Basic Bank. So, for those who, you know, missed the registration and you reached out when it was already sold out, we are still going to be giving you all the rundowns, everything that's going to be happening there. We'll be bringing it to you on the screen, but you might as well just follow our social media pages too. We have Instagram, we have Facebook. Just follow each and every one of the handles, and you can also stay updated with everything that's going to be happening on the caravan. Now, we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be getting into sports.
At Go Ghana, this March, we don't just remember where we're from, we celebrate who we are. Our stories, our culture, our rhythm, our pride. And it all begins with an evening designed to set the tone for an unforgettable Heritage Month. Join us as we officially launch the Heritage Month 2026 in grand style, color, and culture. Date is Wednesday, 25th February 2026. The venue is the Channel 1 TV Gardens. The time is 5:30 p.m. prompt. It will be an evening of culture, conversation, music, fashion, and storytelling as we unveil the exciting lineup of events and programs specially curated for you this March. From powerful cultural experiences to engaging community moments to celebrations that connect generations. The Heritage Month 2026 promises something for everyone. This is more than a lunch. It's a gathering of cultural lovers, a meeting of tradition and modern expression, a night that sets the heartbeat for the month ahead. The Heritage Month Launch 2026. We will see you there. This event is strictly by invitation.
Energy and reconnect with your roots this March at the Backyard Village Food Festival 2026. Join us for a celebration of Ghanaian culture and cuisine from all across the country. Northern, Akan, and Southern villages will all be represented. It's more than just food. It's about culture, family, and memories that last a lifetime. Let's come together this March to discover the flavors that make us who we are. The date is 28th and 29th of March 2026. Venue is the 847 Children's Park. The time is 10 a.m. through till 6 p.m. each day. Interested vendors can register by calling 0205-973-973. The Back to Your Village Food Festival is powered by Channel 1 TV with support from 97.3 City FM.
Grateful that you're still staying with us here on Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. That was an interesting conversation. One of the sponsors for the Heritage Caravan 2026. That is the 10th edition, Omni Basic Bank. But for now, let's discuss sports. And Yao J. Minta is in studio.
Yes.
For us to talk sports. Charlie, my guy.
Philip.
What's going on in the world of sports?
Oh, yeah, what's going on in the world of sports? I'm pretty sure you would have noticed that in the trends that Arsenal, the Gunners, they're trending. And it's because they are on the highway to blow their title winning chances when it comes to the English Premier League. And it's because last night they took a 2-goal lead against the bottom-ranked team in the English Premier League. That's Wolverhampton Wanderers. And then something happened, somehow. They ended up throwing away that 2-goal lead, and they ended up drawing 2-2 with Wolves. And Wolves, at this point in time, they were on their way to becoming the worst team in the history of the Premier League. But the way things are trending, they will be able to beat the mark that was set by Derby County some years back, where they finished with 11 points across an entire season campaign, and they ended up being the worst team in the history of the Premier League. But now, the way Wolves are playing, it looks like they will beat that mark, and so they will end up becoming the worst team in the history of the English Premier League. But for Arsenal, what this means is that, yes, they built up a 5-point lead over Manchester City, who are in second place. But Manchester City have a game in hand. And this weekend, Saturday to be precise, they play Newcastle United. So should they beat Newcastle United, the point gap will reduce to 2 points.
Okay.
And Man City will host Arsenal later this year at the Etihad, at their home stadium, at their home ground. And many folks believe that should Man City beat Newcastle this weekend, then it becomes 2 points. They will be able to hold on and be able to beat Arsenal and take over that top spot in the English Premier League.
But what really was the issue with Arsenal? To get the draw. I say you've taken two
goal lead.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden you just lose
it's just
like
wastefulness. To be honest, it's just wastefulness. Yeah, complacency, wastefulness. Setting. Yeah, because first half you play so well, you create chances, you score a goal, and you waste a couple. No problem. Then the second half starts. Then you get a second goal. So you think, oh yeah, you're in cruise control because at the end of the day, you're playing against the bottom ranked team. So once you've taken a 2-goal lead, you know, there's no necessarily major major agency. And so, I think they took their foot off the pedal. And then the next thing you know, they concede a goal.
One goal. And it destroys the whole team.
Yeah, it destroys the whole team. And you just give them a way back into the game. And that's what they did. And Wolverhampton Wanderers, they got a goal. And in the 94th minute, they got that equalizer. And that was the heartbreaker. The fact that it didn't even come earlier. Had it even come earlier, Arsenal would have had the chance to be able to try to find a third goal. But it came in the 94th minute, and
I'm sure by that time investors were like,
a lot of people are pissed because some of the reactions, you look at them and you go like, okay, this is not real, genuine Arsenal fan reaction. This has to be something deeper. So it means he has done something. And the people messed him up. But so Arsenal, they threw away a 2-goal lead to draw 2-2 against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And so what that means is that this weekend they are not in action, and that's why they played last night. This weekend, should Man City beat Newcastle United, they will reduce the point deficit to just 2 points. And it makes things very interesting when it comes to the battle for the Premier League title. And yesterday or last night, UEFA Champions League games happened. The likes of Bodo Glimt beat Inter Milan by 3-1. Newcastle beat Karabakh by 6-1. Anthony Gordon scored 4 goals. He's going to be playing for England at the World Cup. So Black Stars, we should pay attention to him. And because it's the Champions League, yesterday, though games happened, but still that wasn't the biggest talking point, because the biggest talking point was what happened on Tuesday regarding the Vinicius Junior racism incident. And more people are talking about the issue. The fallout is still big. FIFA president,
was he really called a monkey?
Well, it's at this point, because he covered his mouth,
so you wouldn't
really be able to know.
But is that Mbappe says he
heard Mbappe said he heard it. Call him a monkey 5 times, and the full clip, you could see Mbappe was agitated way before Vinicius Junior went over to report Prestiani to the referee. So yes, there's some bit of a correlation between what Mbappe said and what Vinicius Junior went to report to the referee and what he said afterwards. And so, there's now the investigations have commenced. UEFA have appointed an ethics inspector, and they will deliberate on this issue. And very likely the outcome is set to come in after maybe 2 weeks. Because these things you have to investigate them thoroughly. And so we wait to see how things will shape up.
Yao, it's always been a pleasure having you to tell us what is happening in the world of sports. But that's it for today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. I am Philip Latte. I did a show with Chris Carter, and Nanatu for Watson started the show. Many thanks for your time, and keep watching Channel One TV.